life to YouTube, and I'm gonna just be on here 24/7 for y'all.
Well, that's something that I would say I need to get better on, being more consistent. Because I was listening to
Right.
Steph Cole. He was saying, man, he put up 2 videos every day for 6 months. Like, you got to force yourself in that algorithm. Because I'm kind of spotty. You know what I'm saying? So it's work, man. It's work. You know, you got to put in that work.
It definitely is.
Maybe a short video like she, and then do a live. You need to be up a couple of times a day, or uploaded video, a short and a live every day,
Right.
4 days a week. You
Yeah,
know, you
yeah.
really got to work, man.
It is work. You know what? When I first started, I'm like, oh, this gonna be easy. I just get on here and talk, but it ain't really. And the funny part about that, I know that I talk to myself. It's easier to talk to myself than, but then I'm like, man, people gonna literally hear what I'm saying, and it do be a little, but it is a little hard initially at first to kind of get that second. I will say that. Definitely
And the cam up, man.
Hey, love yourself. Appreciate the pull
I think
up.
the cam up too helps, man, because it invites people into you. You can see your face and your emotions and different things. I think that really helps your channel, man.
Yeah, you know, I ain't saying you got to cam up every time you do a live, but like you said, every once in a while you should cam up and be like, "Yo, what's going on, folks? Appreciate you." I try and do that myself.
Yeah. You know, that's what Gold P do on Fridays. Gold Professor do that on Fridays. When he do his Friday morning gumbo, he cam up and then he get to talking, you know, everything, get live with the people. Every now and then he might drop the cam because, you know, there's so many people coming up. But see, he does that thing where he put the screen up for the trolls and all that, especially people he don't know. Or just coming, because it's people don't use my picture, jumped on the panel and photobomb. So you like, oh, come on, man. I mean, that's what people doing now, man. Just trying to take channels down.
I don't understand why though, man. We should all be growing,
They
man.
don't like the message, and it's crazy. I was just listening to Ed channel, and I say that about a lot of people. Despite what people say, hey, if you don't like the information, just don't go over there. And so Ed was giving some reverence to the way how they was going at Kevin. He's like, they said, well, we don't like his message about Kevin, and Ed was like, y'all had the same smoke for Kobe. Kobe wasn't going at black women that, you know. But y'all got the same smoke for Kobe like y'all had for Kevin. So it ain't really the message, you know, it's the person that's the messenger. You just don't like them. Because even when you look at the whole scenario, Kobe tried to deal with black women. He had Brandy. Brandy wanted the thug. And when he went to the Mexican, he ain't race loyal. The thing of it is, like, you know, I always say that the pimp I always say it best. You choose who rocking with you. You choose the one that's choosing you. And the thing of it is, hey, you get to a point in your situation where you try, and I can't knock Kobe for not trying. It's just if the women ain't choosing them, hey, what he supposed to be single till one come along?
Yeah, I don't think it's fair for us to be talking about, you know what I'm saying, any woman who done. I mean, not literally about them, maybe what they did in life, but I don't think you should have to knock nobody down just because you don't agree with what they say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Unfortunately, but you know. But in America, you're allowed to say what you want to say, so I can't really be mad at what you saying. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I can't really be mad at you saying it. So, but it's just weird funny.
Yeah.
I don't think you got to knock nobody down like that. Just talk about what they did.
Freedom of speech come with consequences. You know, you say the wrong thing at the wrong time, might get popped in the mouth. You know, it's respect of the jacket. If you say something, you got to be willing to deal with the consequences. You know, stand on your principles, stand on your morals. Because the thing of it is, that's what a lot of people gonna do for their situation. So if you don't do it for your situation, hey, you know, you're putting yourself in a situation where hey, you can't get out of it.
Well, a lot of guys, and also consciously, this will come back to having a backbone, having some nuts. Because see, they let a woman get away with something because she's cute, because she got a big booty. See, that was the test of the man. So you got to stand on yours. And I told you I'm not going to deal. And then it take 10 years to get their balls back. And then they come on here and they red pill raging. And they mad at all women. But it was a point in the relationship they were supposed to stand on it and walk away. But they scared to do it. And I don't like talking about people too much and all that. But I've been listening to Brother Ed for 2 years now. If all of the black women are so bad, Mr. Edward, hey, can you just please get a white woman and do us some justice, man, so you can quit being so mad at these black men? What black woman turned him down, man? God damn, he's so mad at these black women, man. He want to run these black
You know,
women into the ground every day. The black woman, the black man. Can you just get a white bitch, please?
you know what? I don't even think it's a woman that turned him down. I think it's something like family wise or somebody. Like, you know how your mom just bugged the shit out of you and just get it.
Yep.
Seemed like he had that a whole lot in his life.
He
Cause
just
like
got
my mom used, I won't say
disdain
get on
for
my
her.
nerves, but just irritate me. But like he has a disdain for
Well,
Gracious.
it's a mixture of both. In my opinion, it's a mixture of both. You done had some women that kind of push him. I mean, the thing of it is not to knock him, but he's short, so it's already a negative coming out the gate.
I don't
You
want to hear
know,
that shit, sheet. I'm short. I don't want to hear that shit.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I'm
but
about,
this is the point that I'm trying to make. He's already short, so he's already coming with a negative. If you don't have that confidence, y'all got confidence.
There it is.
If you don't have that confidence, man, you can't take it to the next level. You know,
I
said
try
I
to
me.
got
give
a
you
homeboy.
confidence,
He,
but
Me
he
and
said you
Ism know
don't
how to
need
climb
game.
trees. Me and Ism know how to climb
hey,
Come on,
trees. You
man.
know.
I got a homeboy. He
I try to
five.
tell him
No,
about
he
game. He
four.
tell me, you don't need game. Ism don't know what you're talking about. What is this Macosphere thing? And that's why I started trolling the nigga. But I left him alone. I quit trolling this year. But I remember him about a year and a half ago. Wait, Macosphere. What is this? What is this? Nigga,
But I mean, like I said, I got a homeboy. He about really he 4'11". He always talking about he 5'1", 5'2". Dude like 4'11". But he be
Hmm.
pulling all the time. Because the thing of it is, he say, I'm short, so once I can get the women off this shortness, I got them. I make them laugh. I'm sincere with them. I do this and that. That's how I get them. Because he get tall women, short, skinny, fat, whatever his desire. And that's the thing. He get them away from the shortness and get them to focus on certain things about him. Because all the women that he get, they always say, man, he got a kind heart. He a good dude. I gave him a chance on principles of that. You know,
yeah,
Right.
but it's just like I say, you
Right.
you you get to a point, man, where you get rolled in life so much, or a situation happen, you want to have this thing towards women. But the point of it is the dwelling in it, man. My thing is the manosphere should be more productive, spend more time dealing with these men that get caught up. Like I was on one with Jay Sean, and Jay Sean was like, "Hey, man, in this day and age, if you getting caught up in child support, it's because you wanted to do it. Because the
Right.
game
Right.
that these women are playing, and you should be talking to the elders trying not to get caught up. There's dudes in this space that got 3 kids from 3 different women, and they say, man, these women running me through child. Bro, you ain't learned the first 2 times. You had to strike out in baseball to learn these
You know
women
what?
ain't no good.
And you know what? Hey to everybody on the panel. Thank you for having me up.
You know,
Hold on, nigga. Appreciate the
Oh
She,
pull up.
shit, we don't went from short talk to pretty boy talk. What's this pretty jawline? Nigga? What kind of nigga is this? He got a perm, a wave. What is this? A model picture, man?
my
God
hat,
damn, Nino.
my hat. I ain't got no perm, nigga.
he just got that good hair. That's all. He got good hair.
Nigga, that's Hawaiian silky, nigga. They just
Got Indian in
Hey,
his
I don't even
family.
like
Benjamin
the term.
berries.
I don't even like the term good hair. I don't like the term light skin, dark skin. None of that shit. I just don't like it. But Cheat, I just want to reference to what you said, bro, about you know uh, uh, being in a situation because you want to be in that. And that's true because I think with all the new technology, and I think it depends on where you at. And Sir Ism put it really good earlier, where you know it depends on where you are geographically. I mean, people out here living, man, in California, we fucking living. And if you're in a situation, you in it because you want to be in it, you know. So even now, the barbers have apps to where they know you can't motherfucking get them. Like, say for instance, if you decide that you ain't gonna show up for an appointment, your deposit is gone. So after you learn a few money talks, after you learn a few things in life, lessons, you're gonna do the right thing in order to make your life comfortable, or you gonna motherfucking sink. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
you
And
know.
I mean, that's the biggest thing. A lot of people not seeking the knowledge. You know, that's why I say I change up my content a whole lot, man, to try to get people more focused on the aspect of money and learning something. No, I'm on that same journey as I'm telling people. You know, I'm trying to get things right. I'm trying to buy another crib. I'm trying to get some investment properties. I invested in properties right now, but the thing of it is, it's a slow turn because I didn't put money. I didn't put a lot of money in. You know, that's the thing. We had these conversations online, but when we get offline, what are we really doing?
But look, but one thing about it, the slow season, you know what works for you. You know what I'm saying? See, you ain't just sitting around on your ass when waiting for things to happen. Because you're multifaceted. You got different things that you can do. Like we talk on the phone a lot. When you say the truck, whatever it is that you do is slow in one area, you got something else that you could pick up, and
Hauling.
that's where this having this talent comes from, even in real life. You
Mm,
know what I'm saying? Even certain ism reference to the hustling. Like doing the Uber thing part time. You gotta make your motherfucking money regardless. With no shame. And if you're a dude that can get a woman, you can get her regardless to what it is that you do.
right.
You know. But I'm really up here because of the shacks.
Okay. You about to get us a pair? You about to get you a
Don't
pair?
play me, nigga. You know I ain't gonna wear no shacks. you
I'll
You know
support
what? I'm
that.
gonna give me a pair just for that. I'm about to make
I,
Shaqs
I
for you.
ain't gonna lie.
Shit.
I ain't gonna lie now. When he first came out with them, everybody like, damn, Shaqs. But I think it's because of where people were buying them. They were buying them in Walmart, and the younger kids were
Right,
like,
right,
oh hell no. Like Sir Ism said earlier, you got one son that's gonna be like, I'm okay with being okay with buying me three pair of Adidas at $100, but that one other son is gonna do like, hey, I gotta have the latest Jordans. He would sit outside and wait on the motherfuckers in a long ass line, just like the PlayStation, to keep up with the crowd. I got nephews that's like
right.
that, but they realize that, damn, Unc, you got nice shoes. Yeah, I got nice shoes because I don't go out and I'm not going to just buy Jordans all the time. I buy limited edition shit like Adidas. I'm strictly an Adidas guy. So if I buy Adidas, I may catch the motherfuckers on sale at the outlet 2 for 100. And they may be the original price right at between 150, 100 to 150. But you don't have to spend a whole bunch of money to really look nice. And I know that because I'm in the fashion industry. And I want to
Right.
salute to Gino. What's up, Gino? What's up, number one grinder?
Uh,
Yeah, what's going on,
like
folks? Appreciate the pull up, yeah. Gino, number one
like you were
grind.
saying,
I think we watching them.
and I was talking to you, conscious about the young and the old,
Mm-hmm.
meshing together. Nino was talking about the barbers. I always say brothers that don't want to be confined to a job. You don't want to have to wear certain clothes or a uniform. Barbering is a good thing because you basically can talk shit all day. If you want to smoke your little weed and you can still cut, no, can't nobody tell you what to do. You want to take lunch at 1, you want to take lunch at 8. You can come in
Right,
what time you want. And see, I went to barber college way back in the 90s. Okay. I had my own barber shop as a young guy, in my 20s and things. Okay. Then, I grew to other things. But what I'm saying, barber industry is a good industry. And now look how they blended the new technology. Because I have a dude say he coming, then he used to just didn't show up. Now you got to put the
right,
deposit, could be using our apps. So now the money has went up to $50. They got the little spray in they can put in the top. They got these little man weaves they can put in for people for $400-$500. You get what I'm saying? So the game has advanced, but you take the old school of just being a good barber and put the new twist on it. Now you can put your cuts
right,
on Instagram, and like I say, good work going people gonna come. If you're a terrible barber, you're a
right,
terrible barber. But if you
And you
can
know what?
cut and you're a hole in the wall, the people will come.
And you know what, Sir Ism? The thing is, too, a lot of niggas think they can cut hair because they have these extravagant shops. You can find some of the most toughest motherfucking barbers, as you say, coal in the game, right in Richmond, right in, little spots. They ain't got to be in San Francisco. They ain't got to be, in the elite of downtown of Oakland, So it's just all about, if you got the skills. Don't you know? I'm late on doing all of my content because I've had to go to 20 motherfucking music studios out here to get a track right. And half of these niggas, they think that because they have a nice studio that I'm supposed to pay them just for nothing. I'm hard to work with. I'm not going to lie. I'm a perfectionist when it comes to my shit. Cause so whatever I put out, I'm gonna
Right.
make sure that it's right. That it's just like an album. If you, most artists, they don't put the album out until they know for a fact that they really worked hard on it, and that it's going to be a hit. So only place I know right now, and I'm not going to lie, is if I go somewhere that I know I'm guaranteed to get certain things. If I go to Atlanta, I know I'm gonna get a thigh ass haircut. Or New York, I'm gonna get a thigh ass haircut. If I want a music track, I know I'm gonna get a thigh ass track in New York and in Atlanta. I ain't trying to shit on dudes out here, but they just ain't got it like that, unless they like in a little small spot or have a studio at their house instead of the business. Because I understand the rent is high and all that, far as even in a retail space, but you still got to do the fucking work.
Yeah, you're absolutely right on that one, man. You said the beats coming from Atlanta, huh? They wilding out down here, man.
Oh
I,
yeah,
I don't
mainly, man. Let
understand
me
how they.
tell you, I since I was 15, I've been had the same music producer, and he's a white Italian dude. I want to get a business to a black dude. Don't get me wrong, but it's just so hard because these niggas don't listen. They think that having Fruity Loops and all these little programs to make beats is being a musician. And my thing is, they get frustrated when I say, "Look, if I'm paying you $300 to $500 for a straight up beat, you're gonna do that motherfucker right in front of me, so I can see that you really know how to do a beat. You ain't gonna get a beat online that you got from somebody else and bought and sell it to me for 600. That ain't gonna happen. I need to see that you can motherfucking do this beat."
You so these beats are strictly for your music though, right?
Well,
Not your
for
YouTube
music
channel.
and YouTube, because I will be putting out a mini album, a EP, probably on my channel. So that's what I've been working on.
Hmm.
Addition to trying to get the Pookies and the Ray Rays out, is there a place for us? But now the shit is expanded to a 3-part. I'm not going to do a whole long part. I'm going to do a 3-part, but short parts, because the thing is, since everything has been happening, man, me getting caught up on shit on YouTube, which I don't do, that's squashed. Then on top of that, with the things that's just been happening, man, the turn of events, I've just been trying to get my head straight, especially, we've seen it all. The dude that tried to blow up the goddamn train station, the subway. My cousin was
Oh,
on that train. Then
oh
my
wow.
sister, her fucking husband has been paralyzed. A big ass tree fell. I told you about that shit.
Yeah, he round the corner from my house too. Remember
Yeah,
we talked
yeah,
about it? He stayed literally round the corner from me.
yeah. And he worked for the county, man, for many years. My brother-in-law now, and he provided for his fucking family. And now he's paralyzed from neck down. My sister feel bad about it because she normally would drive her own car, but she just wanted to have her husband drop her off. Hey, girls, my husband dropping me off, that type of thing, and she feel bad about it now. And he's paralyzed from the neck down, and we praying for his comeback, right in Atlanta, right in Decatur.
I'm not too far from
Yeah,
Decatur
my
either.
Yeah.
mom still live out there, man. I used to live in Johns Creek. I had a
Oh,
house in Johns Creek.
I don't know why y'all let
okay.
Nino
Is it?
fool y'all, man.
What, man?
Nino is really Carl Thomas, man. Look at that nigga, man. He say he seen that
City
nigga.
Girls.
That's Carl Thomas, man. Stop playing with us,
Hey, you
Nino.
know what? I was getting a little Aaron Hall vibe, man. He kind of look like Aaron. I miss you. That picture.
Come on,
Oh,
Nino. Nino was singing one night and shit, playing his guitar, had all the ladies on his. I look, I didn't have
Oh,
restream. All the
Nino,
women would have
oh,
went to his channel.
Nino can blow. See, that's the
I
thing.
know he was on my
Nino was
stream
signed
singing and shit.
everything, man.
I go
Hey,
get some water, come back. The ladies is in there listening to him. I say, what's going on with my channel?
they
I
done took it over and shit, made it this quiet
appreciate the
store with
big up, but I
Nino.
try to keep quiet, man. I'm not. I brought a lot of different people to the spaces, and she noticed because we all come from the sector of Roger Report, and my homeboys, from 112, they would come over into his chat, and everything, because I would tell them about it, and they had come over there, So the thing is, you just never know who. I don't name drop, but
Right.
I know people.
that's
Did you say the Roger Report though, man? I've been watching the past couple of days. They've been It's been getting a little extreme,
Well,
man.
Yeah,
when you talk about now, we different now. We all kind of split apart. I respect Roger. What he,
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, and
but
that's the thing. I think that everybody entitled to their opinion, but they just been kind of a little
I know,
extreme the
but
last
hear me
couple
out
of.
though. The thing is, we all came into this thing together. But the thing was, when people could not say what they wanted to say on certain panels, and that is to be respected, because he don't run his shit
Mhm.
like an Animal House, and I get that. But you do have a lot of guys that
Right.
cape and not being held accountable for certain things. Now, what it happened was we all broke off. Me, Pastor $40. Who else? Who else?
perfect.
Perfect.
Uh, yeah, there's a lot of guys who
Yeah, and we
they
started
broke,
our shit.
yeah, started their channels, and the thing of it is, when it come down to it, like I said, my message is simple, like what I thought the ministry was based on, actually helping the men. I mean, you can talk to the men, talk to the ladies, but more or less, like I said, giving the knowledge. And my thing is this: if we gonna help the men and not help the ladies, so who the men gonna marry? If we give good productive men to get on point, and that was Kevin whole biggest thing. I can have a whole bunch of productive men that want to get married and high value. Who are they gonna marry? And a lot of women didn't catch that. He would always say that. I get these men. A lot of women say they want men with money. He get down there and he was producing men with money. But the point of it was, whether he had money or not, the point of it was those men were coming out in droves wanting to get married to who? And that was the biggest turn of the event for me. Like I said, I can try to tell brothers to get money. I can help the females to get money, talking about housing, talking about life insurance. That's why I always big up and shout out Alonzo, man. Because I'm like, in situations like that, like when you was talking about your family, that life insurance come in handy, and the proper one, because like if he had that universal life insurance I got, to the point where when the situation happened, and he's in the hospital going through his thing now, all he needed was not to do two things that he normally do: take a bath and put on his clothes. And he qualified for 75% of his life insurance. If he have a $500,000, he gets 75% of it. If he got $1 million, 75, even down to 100,000, he gets 75% of that money. Not saying that he's gonna ball out and all. No, he's getting that 75% to pay some bills, maybe do some things that make his life a little bit more easier. Because he's in a tragic situation. Ain't no telling what's gonna come for the future. Even if he's blessed to walk again, he can get more life insurance. But that was a turn of event he can't get back. And without
Let
the
me,
money
let me,
and
let me
him being a breadwinner,
let me
come
tell
on.
you something, man. Let me tell you, he it's taken everything. My sister's raised nearly, because she got really good friends in her motherfucking life. She raised at least $45,000 up, but it's gonna take more than that. You know what I'm saying? Because for one, he been trying to be transferred from Grady Hospital, which is a good hospital for trauma. I used to work there in public safety. Now, and they got the best burn unit as well too, accident shit like that. But they they won't let him transfer over to Emory because they got Kaiser, and it seems like Kaiser don't want to pay certain things, and I'm shocked. And his bill right now is 100,000 some dollars. You know, and they save money. They got life insurance, all that too. But it looked like it's going to take more than that because trust me, like I said, he's paralyzed. He was paralyzed instantly from the goddamn throat all the way down to his toes. Now imagine you being a man that fix on cars, haul shit on trucks. He was one of the supervisors for the Department of Sanitation at DeKalb County for many years, and he was the boss.
Mm.
So yeah, you're right that life insurance is important, and that's why even when I was talking to you more conscious, you know,
Hmm.
we got different men that come from different sectors around here, whether you're in the black manosphere or the fucking algorithms. You got the pickup artist dudes, you got the pimp dudes, you got the what y'all call them. I don't know what Ramil them are, but but the thing is,
Gorilla. Them gorilla. Nah, I don't want to call them
but
gorilla pimps.
everybody is different. like me, I'm cool with everybody, and I always have gotten lumped up in a certain thing. That's why I don't do lives, because everything I do is strictly about documentary and promoting us. So if I come to you and I say, hey, look, I want you to be in a documentary, I come to you because I know, not because of me, because my shit is nonprofit, but because I know you have the fucking talent, and that's just it. So that's what I do to build us. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm with the shit sometime. I'm into speaking. I'm also into more serious topics as well. So you got to know the difference from the clowns versus dudes who are really trying to build in this space.
Right,
You know,
right. Hey, conscious man. I
we do need the comedians, because we look.
yeah, man.
Sir
That's what.
Ism, Sir Ism is our fucking comedian.
Well, I try to have a little.
Comedians tell the truth though. They the last bearer of the
See what
truth.
I'm saying? I appreciate that, conscious, because that's what I try to do. Like, I don't try to be like a clown, but I'm trying to make us laugh. Sometimes take the edge off. But that's why I say these are jokes, but I'm serious. You know what I'm saying? And I really do want the brothers to come together, whether y'all believe me or not, man. I have a good heart. I was raised that way, and we ain't had no brothers coming together since, like I say, I was a kid.
Sir Ism, I know you do, bro. Guess what? And
Mm.
like, when people get into beefs, I try to stay out of it, because I don't want people thinking that I'm celebrating in the fucking crucifixion. And
Mm-hmm.
you got clowns that get up on panels and start laughing when people say certain things. And that's pretty fucked up. I don't If I fuck with you, I've been on your channel, you've been pretty cool with me. I'm not finna get up on no panel and start doing no crazy shit.
That's why I've been kind of leaving that
Yeah, I know,
alone.
man. I know.
After the first purge, I mean the last one at the end of the year, I said, man, I'm gonna leave that alone. I done did all that, but I'm trying to have my channel on something else. Because I just had to show dudes I could roast with the best of them, because they will try to roast you. This is part of the hazing that Conscious Moron was saying. Like, we used to get the dozens, so I can play the dozens, but I'm just trying to do my thing, put out my content. Brothers that rock with me, and I just show love, and I stay over here. Because if you get into stuff and your friend into it, again, we come back to the Crips and Blood. Now you in that. Yep. So how we come together, if you rock with Roger Report and then he get into it with another guy, now you ain't cool with the other guy. Yep. So you know what I'm saying, man. I appreciate you letting me pull up in here, man. Go ahead.
I'm not even gonna lie, man. I'm a mean ass dude. I don't seem like it. I'm an asshole on the street for real. I'm a fucking perfectionist. You'll probably be like, man, I don't like that nigga. But I mean well. I'm not that type of guy. But the whole point is, I didn't come in this thing to sit around and tease and play games with guys on panel. I came in this thing so that motherfucking Netflix could look at me, so that fucking Vice TV could look at me, and hopefully to pull some of the other guys in as well. But
you know what I think would be something shy for you, Nino? I know you don't want to do content, but you ever check the dude named Al Prophet?
No.
Check out Al Prophet. He speaks on different topics, and it's just him, and he's a videographer, and he speaks on different street life and different things, and he has a lot of good video to go with it. Check out Al Prophet, and something that way you won't be on a panel. It'll just be you giving up good game. And I appreciate you, Conscious Moron, man. I gotta pull up out of here, man. She came to God, Allah.
Ism, what's good with you, man? Salute, Ism. Conscious Moron, what's going on with
I
you,
had
fam?
to pull up on you, Conscious, because you always pulling up in the chats, man. So salute to you players, man. And I'm out.
Appreciate it.
Salute, Ism, salute. That's my player partner right there.
What's up, Kane?
What's going on? What's going on, Kwafi? My God, Kwafi. My bro, what's going on with you, family? She probably doing something. What's going on with y'all fellas, man? I hear y'all up here chopping it up, man. Kwafi, what you got going on over here? I ain't never messed with this before. This little, what's this right here?
I got this.
We just trying to build, man. We just trying to bring folks together, man. Even if we don't agree, we just trying to be a little bit civil, fuck around, talk shit, and try and learn from each other.
Definitely, man. That's what brothers are supposed to be doing. That's what I thought the space was supposed to be about. I thought that's what originally when I first came to the space, that's what was going on. But throughout the years, things just changed up.
But you know what came? The thing is, brother, I look at it this way. Like, just like Auntie said, a lot of niggas ain't original. They need to
true indeed
do their own thing. And I tell a lot of people, Y'all sitting up here clowning around. It's only gonna be one motherfucking purge, and that's and T built that. Don't try to be like him. Find out what's unique about you, because everything ain't got to be the fucking fight thing on YouTube, because that's what we getting lost up in. And then some of the niggas that's doing this shit is getting in, being mistook in connection with the Black Manosphere. Everybody ain't
Yeah.
Right.
Black Manosphere. You know?
Yeah, yeah, true indeed. That's what happened because it ain't no real entrance to get in there. It's like, what I'm saying, you go cop a mic, you get a camera or something, and you could just jump up here, and because you be around certain spaces, people automatically put you in a box.
And that, yeah, yeah, you're right. You're
Like me
absolutely
personally, a
right.
lot of people know me from the manosphere, but I don't claim no manosphere. That's just off the strength of me growing up the way I grew up and where I'm from. I never wave nobody's flag. I always create my own flag. That's just what I'm used to. I just build with the brother. I just build with the brothers because I appreciate some of the stuff that I learned coming across some of
Right.
the brothers in the space. But I don't wave. I ain't waving no flag. I don't wave no flag. It's not that I have nothing against the brothers, but it's just that I wave my own flag. I do my own thing. Because when you have that follower mindset, and that's what social media did. Social media created a thing where a lot of people have that follower mindset. Look at what it says when you go to these when you go to these social media places. It says become a follower. Hit you know what I'm saying? Subscribe, be a follower. I'm not a follower. I've never been a follower in life.
But you know what though? Following is for people who love entertainment, and
Absolutely.
they may not be a content creator, but then again, it's more like well, I can do what you can do, and
Yeah.
people fail at it because they don't understand it really take a lot of work to do this shit, you know.
Yeah, it sure
It
does. It
does.
sure does. It sure does. And you know what it is too, Coffee? They see them super chats. They see that super chat bar going across the top. So the pocket watching stuff coming into play. Like, oh, they making this type of money over this. I could do that too. And then they become
Yeah.
parrots. They jump up here and they just parrot what they hear instead of speaking on what they know.
That's right. I've been in this
Yeah.
space for 6 fucking years, man. You know what I'm saying? But I was in the clouds. But
Me too, Coffee. Me
I would
too,
go,
Coffee.
I would go on the on panels here and there, and a lot of people liked the way I spoke, mainly females, because the females that did come into the spaces, they weren't the loud females. They were more like, your Shonda H's, your Toya the Tudor at the time, uh, 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 Kareem, Asada, Muhammad, you
Yeah, Sister Asada. Yes, powerful sister.
all those sisters like that, because they ain't with a lot of bullshit. See, and they get a lot of people mixed up with the beef sector versus people who are really in the spaces trying to build.
And that's what happened as the space grew. A lot of these other spaces became entangled. Not to use Jada shit, but these spaces became entangled. Beef sector cats is coming over and they mixing and mingling, and then that's where you get a lot of the disagreements because a lot of dudes are still out there doing what they do. I'm outside on a regular basis. I'm sure you brothers is outside on a regular basis. The real world is still the real world.
It's all about
Sir.
respect, man. If we can't take other people's opinions or how people are living as a respect type situation, then that's a problem. We found that in many different sectors, especially the black manosphere. So yeah, I did back away, but I'm still cool with it. I'm in the algorithms, and I'm still cool with the brothers that I know, like Sheed and a whole bunch of other brothers. I
Absolutely.
when you start to get into a lot of bullshit, I try to move away because that ain't what I stand for. If I start to get in the algorithms, you gonna fuck up what I do because I pay for my shit. My shit is licensed. My shit is trademarked. My shit is in a sole prop, not LLC. I am the owner of it.
Okay.
So I'm not in here to play no games with niggas about my shit, and you ain't gonna restrain my shit without asking me. So that's another thing that got caught up. I got caught up in. I lost brothers that I was building with. I lost them as friends on this shit because of motherfuckers letting white racists come in spaces. I
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
my you know.
Well, they're gonna be here though. They're gonna be here. We gotta
Not gonna
Yeah,
expect
be,
that.
but you,
true, conscious, true. Because this is
but
why we try to tell brothers we on a public platform, and the platform we on is definitely not ours. And that's
but
why I be laughing a lot of times when I hear brothers speak. Cause I'm like, it reminds me of back in the day when I'm chilling on the block, and dudes is like, yo, this is my block. No, this really ain't our block. When you really understand it, this ain't our block. We just out here claiming this block. It
but
ain't ours.
Right,
but you know what, Kane? What I found out, people can control what they want. If you have a platform and you trying to build it up, if you ain't trying to build it up and you on that bullshit, just let it be. Don't worry about subscribing because the people
Exactly.
who subscribe to you, they like you for what you're talking about. But if you're gonna sit up and let people come in the chat, disrespect, do different things, guess what? And attack people who ain't on that bullshit that's coming to listen to you, because you got all kind of people listening. Believe it, they are going
Absolutely.
to unsubscribe. Not saying that you
Hmm.
people. Not saying that no one should have freedom of speech, but there comes a time where you just can't be a clown and let people come on your platform and do any and everything.
True indeed. True indeed. True indeed. You're absolutely right. Because it's like I'm saying back with the with the block thing. Yeah, we claim a block, but certain things you couldn't just come on our block and do. You couldn't just come on our block and act the fool. We'd run you off the block. Like, nah, that's not what we do over here.
right.
Yeah, you also got to find out what it is that you're good at. If you really ain't got that talent, maybe that is for you. Maybe being a fool, being a clown, being friends with white supremacists and let motherfuckers up on the panels, and that's how you easily get caught up in shit. And people will mistake you for being in a part of groups because you're black, that you're in a part of the groups that are really building.
Yeah.
How shit get
Yeah.
fucked.
Yeah, I try not to have a I won't say a prejudice, but a preconceived notion about somebody. I try and like find, even if they're hanging in the manosphere, I kind of like try and chop it up with them and see where they head at. You know what I'm saying? And determine if they just following this shit or they truly done did some research and kind of look into it, and that's why they believe the way they believe, or they just I don't want you to just hop on YouTube and heard this 3 or 4 times, so it must be the truth, and you can't show me where you got it from. That'd be the thing that make
Now
me
I
so
like
mad,
that.
man.
Now I love that. I love that. And you have to be that way conscious, because if you let motherfuckers get up on your panel and start doing things like that and just spitting rhetoric and making it about themselves, you might as well call it their show.
Right, right.
Yeah. No, I
It's
could dig that.
characters though, I will say that, man. I've been highly entertained and saddened at the same time. Shit, like we really thinking like this,
It's
fellas?
crazy.
It's
You're
20
right, conscious. It's
thinking like
crazy.
this?
That's why a lot of times that's why I'm around. Because it's not that I don't believe that there's cats like that out there. 'Cause I understand the world that we live in. And this is why we try and teach brothers is like, yo, we're not moving all on the same accord. There's people that's into all different types of things. And one thing with me, I know how to put myself in other people's shoes because of the life that I came up in. I came up growing up around a bunch of different type of people. But I go to their households and I was seeing that they was moving differently, a lot of different cultures. So I'm well rounded when it comes to that. That's something that I trained myself in, and that took training, knowing how to take yourself out of the situation and try to put yourself in another person's shoes. And I call that being swift and changeable, but always remainable. I said that a long time ago on Ism's channel. Being swift and changeable, but always remainable. Being swift, being known, understanding your situation. Whenever you step in a room, understand the situation. Being changeable is if you have to switch up because of the situation you in, you switch up. That's the changeable, but always be remainable. Always be yourself. Always stand on who you are.
What's up,
Right.
J Bones? How you
That
doing,
I
brother?
like that adaptation. I like that, man.
What's up, J Bones? How
I
you
like
doing,
that.
brother?
Yeah, that's my vibe. Cause y'all know me, I'm a 5%er. I'm a 5%er. So you know, if y'all know anything about the 5%ers, y'all know how we roll. It's always knowledge first. And with me, I
I'm a
take good,
little
bad.
bit.
I take good knowledge, and I take bad knowledge, because all of it is learning something. Every day, I try to learn something new. Every day, I open my eyes like I open up my chessboard, and I place my pieces where they need to be, and I go out there and live life.
And you know what, man? You have to be that way. Like me, I'm okay with identifying with people that are different from me, all the way down to who you are. I don't give a fuck about your personal life.
Facts.
I just know you for you. Now if you come with some crazy shit, I'm gonna remove myself away from it. But as far as I know, you just a black brother like me that's trying to make it in this world.
Yeah,
You know,
and that's the understanding I have, especially coming from the hood. You know what I'm saying? Majority of us, we either came from the hood or we got a taste of the hood, and we understand how that is. Everybody go through their different struggles. Some struggles might be similar, but I meet people where they at, and I
and
build off of that.
I like that. And guess what? Now you know. I mean, I'm from out in San Francisco, but I was raised most of my life in New York and in Atlanta, Queens, Jamaica, Queens.
Oh, you know
So
what I'm saying? I was out there in Queens. I was out there in Hollis. I was out there in Hollis, Queens before I left New York.
I know. So that's why I try to tell brothers, you know, try to get acquainted with different people because it's certain guys like New York niggas. They just ain't with all that clowning and being stupid, being silly all the time. We laugh and we is with the fuckery sometimes, but at times you just got to know who to play with and who not to play with. Uh, and you got to be open your mind to other things other than just one thing.
Absolutely. And I learned that young, like I always be telling you on my channel, because of the life that I end up growing up, you know what I'm saying? And having a mother that passed away early. My mother and father didn't work out. They separated early. So when she passed away, I was on my own. I went to go stay with my pops. That really didn't work out because he had a different mindset from what I had. I was already caught up in the streets. You know, in New York, it's easy to get caught up in the streets. So I wanted to deal with the street life, and he wasn't signed up for that. So I had to make a decision. That's a decision he gave me, and I was like, "Yeah, I'll go on my own." So I've been on my own since 14. So being alone, being a 14-year-old growing up in New York City, having my own first apartment at the time and all that, youngster make one of my cousins or one of my homies go get the apartment for me, but I'm paying for it. I had to grow up on my own and be around older dudes. I grew up around older dudes. When I had dudes that was my age, they used to always look at me like, "Yo, how old are you?" Because the way I used to flex, I'm doing grown man things at a young age. I
Man,
had to grow up early.
life grow you up. I graduated high school, Northside High School, performing arts in Atlanta at 16 years old.
There you go.
I got married at 19. I divorced at 33. So I'm living my life now. I'm okay with that.
Mm,
That's what you got to be. That's why I'm not the guy that you see here that's always complaining, but I do understand the things that most of the brothers are going through. I always say, don't complain about things that you're not. First of all, don't complain about women who you don't want or who don't want you, and be
yeah,
able
that's
to
a big fact.
deal with the real issues of why you in the position that you're in. We know that women do shit. We know that they do all kind of stuff. We know that, and there's some validity to some of the things that these guys are in red pill rage about. We know that, so I don't shit on them. Just like we say, freedom of speech. Let them speak. Let them say what they
Mm,
say. Let them feel how they want to feel. It may not been your experience, but guess what? Don't dismiss theirs.
yeah, I agree with that. And you know what I'm saying? I get it. I get it. I respect the way a lot of these brothers are speaking on a lot of things that the females is doing. Because back in the day, I remember watching my pops, my uncles, and a lot of elder dudes that was older than me. They would have the group. There was always the group of men that'd tell you, like how we had Stu back and they talk about bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. They always had the dudes that would tell you the real about them. But for the most part, the majority of them, they was living that life where it was like an unspoken thing, like, yo, just let them do what they do. That was the way they asked them, like, yo, that's a woman, man. Just let her do what her do. Let her do what she do. And you looked at that and you just like, okay, that's what women do. They just do crazy things. All right, whatever. And a lot of brothers, that's how we grew up. That's what we grew up understanding. Like, yo, they just do what they do. If I love her, I love her. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But I understand where these brothers coming from, where they digging deeper into that. They digging deeper into it, and they not letting the women get away with a lot of stuff that the elders let the women get away with. But in the same token, it's like they're not even looking for the good ones. It's like they just putting them all in the same bag.
They all bad, man. This one dude told me, I kid y'all not, this is what he said. If a woman had sex with more than one dude, she a hoe.
I know where you're going with that.
Go ahead.
I'm just
Go
saying,
ahead, Conscious. I'm
one
gonna let you rock with
woman.
that, Conscious. Rock it out, Conscious. Go ahead.
I
No,
know who you talking
it was
about.
just, Yeah, he cool, man.
But that's
Like
just
I
how
like talking to him, but some of his thoughts are extreme. Like one woman, and then we started talking about how many girls. I mean, how many dudes your wife with? I don't know. She said it was me. I said, come on, man.
Come on,
You
you gotta
know
know
that
better
can't
than
be.
that.
Yeah, I'm like, so you got with a hoe? I mean, he kind of lumped every woman into that shit. I'm like, bro. And then I wanted to ask him, well, when do dudes become hoes? And he, well, that don't matter. I'm like, look, you know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
you
Like,
can't say
be
that.
fair,
You can't say. You gotta be fair.
man. Yeah, and then I was like, well, if you know these women are hoes, then shouldn't we as men not have sex with them? Well, no, I mean you know, man. Like, but you expect them just to have sex with one person, bro? It don't
But
even.
then that's
Y'all
the
try.
trick back, and that's what a lot of dudes ain't gonna understand until they experience certain things. A woman is gonna do what she's gonna do, just like a man is gonna do what he's gonna do.
Right.
We can't, especially if you come across a female or a woman and you've been dealing with a say you got yourself a virgin. Okay, she just knows you. But the world that we live in, because of this social media and all this stuff, at some point in time, there's gonna be a guy that has a little bit more than you, or is a little bit more
swaggy.
swaggier than you. That's gonna catch your eye.
That part. That part. That part. That's why we got to
Right.
stop complaining about motherfucking Pookie and Ray Ray. They doing what they doing. They don't even know we motherfucking exist.
That's a fact. And I grew up that type of life, so I know what it is. I know what it is. I remember when me and my homeboys, man, summer used to hit, school finish. Yo, where the ladies at? We be running the block trying to find where the ladies is at. I grew up with these type of dudes. I grew up with older dudes that tell me, don't be no fool, man. Live your life. Live your life. That's part of it. Between, like I say, 16 to about I give it like 23, and that's still young. That's still young, because with this era that we live in, everybody want to put numbers on things. But
Right.
you gotta live life, man. You gotta live life, and the female's gonna live life too. You gotta let them live. You gotta let both sides live, and you figure it out once you get to a certain age.
Yeah, you got
All
to.
this, how many? Go ahead, Coffee. My bad.
No, no, you good. And you got to stop thinking that because you're gonna find a woman. You go to a different country and you have not really done the research about it. You haven't even respected the men in that country, which would probably chop your motherfucking head off if you come over there trying to
Uh
do something
oh.
totally different. Research the shit. Don't think that just because you're gonna go to a different country and you're gonna find a woman that's gonna be submissive. Guess what? These women today are communicating through this thing called social media
Yeah.
everywhere. So
Yeah.
if you go into another country, and because it's in their tradition to be a certain way, when you get that bitch over here, guess what? She gonna do the same thing that the rest of them are doing.
She's going. She's going. As soon as she touched down, she's going. They know this because brothers been going over there. Brothers, all men been going to overseas since I was a young grasshopper. That ain't nothing new. That's what I'm saying. Is because a lot of these young dudes turn. They feel like it's new because they finally going through it. But this ain't nothing new. Dudes been doing that, and them ladies over there know it. They know it. I got
And
a lot of my families from overseas, and
look,
they know this. When I used to go over there, my mother used to send me out there, and I used to go over there back in the day when you could have just threw your kid on a plane and tell the stewardess watch him until he get there. When you land, you see your family looking at pictures like, oh, that's him, and he used to just grab you up. And they was going back then, and this was like in the 80s. This was in the 80s when my mother used to do that, but he was still smoking cigarettes on the plane and all that.
Yeah,
that's
that's.
right.
I remember
You bring
them
your
days.
own.
Yeah.
Yep, you could bring a whole pot of goddamn food on the plane.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? When I land my suitcase, it probably got like 10 outfits for me, but the rest of the suitcase is full with stuff for the family. Like, yo,
Right.
I'm up in there like Oprah, like, here, this is for you, this is for you, this is for you. And they loved me. They loved seeing me every summer. My mother used to send me there every summer because she saw I was going to get into some drama in New York. She saw it coming.
Right.
She saw it coming like, nah, he's been wild all school year. As
Look,
soon as summer hit, he's out of here.
it's just like Fresh Prince when the mother sent most northern mothers send their kids down south or away because they don't want them to get in trouble over the summer. Because shit,
Exactly.
when school come back up, guess what? Somebody dead.
Yeah. My mother used to send me out of the country. She went so hard with it. She sent me out of the country. Like, yo, you going to South America? You know what I'm saying? They was from Guyana and everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm second generation out here with it. No, I'm actually first. I'm actually the first generation that was actually born here. Back in the 70s, I was born here. My mom's came out here probably in the 50s or some shit like that. But
And
yeah, she used to send me back there every summer because yo, she knew I was gonna get in drama because she saw it building up throughout the school year. Like, oh, he's getting caught up with these dudes. I gotta send them away. So she used to send me back. And when I got out there, the amount of love that they used to show me just coming from America, oh man, it was ridiculous.
you know
Young
what?
dude.
You know what? We grew up similar, bro, because I'm Nigerian and Dominican,
Mm,
and
fancy nigga. You're a fancy
Yeah, that's why I got that good hair.
Okay, Kwafi. I feel you.
look though, and the thing is, with like my mom and dad, my mom, first of all, my dad was, oh no, you're not doing nothing. You're not going to play no basketball. You're not going to do nothing. I was short than a motherfucker.
Mm,
Couldn't play basketball anyway, but he was more like, you gonna blow your fucking horn, like Malcolm X, like Mo Better Blues type shit.
yeah,
Gonna learn,
yeah.
gonna read notes, gonna read music. My dad was in a famous band. He was a drummer.
Mm. My mom's pushed that on me too. 'Cause I play piano. I try to play guitar, but my fingers wasn't right. Look at Kwafi, my bad.
Yeah, so before I could do anything, I had to read a chapter in a book. I had to fucking blow my trumpet, blow my saxophone. I played three different instruments, and
You mess with a sax. I love a sax. Yo, I love a sax. You play a sax? Damn, bro.
and I had
Talented.
to read music. And now I can still read and write it. But the whole point was, man, that made me appreciate things. I had to become
Absolutely.
a grown ass man a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
You know, yep. At 16 was out the house. A lot of my friends were like, "Damn, man, you didn't really have a childhood." I didn't. So now I'm able to really enjoy life. I'm really enjoying life for real.
Kwafi, and I understand why you say we similar. 'Cause I feel the same way. Like my childhood was skipped. I skipped a childhood, especially once my mom's died. It's not like I'm over here bigging up my mom. Even though my mom's was serious when it came to me. My mom's held me down. I had two sisters, and right now all of them passed away. My mother passed away. My sister, both my sisters passed away. It's me and my pops. My pops left, and he's an older dude. He already understand that he's on his way out. He's like, son, you might be the last one left. I know I'm gonna be the last one left. I'm still here. I created my family young, and something I told myself once I had my kids, because my mother and father didn't grow up. My mother and father wasn't together when I was raised. I was like, yo, the promise I made to myself, this had nothing to do with nobody else. It was the promise I made to myself is that I'm gonna be in my kid's life. And that's what I did. For my oldest 23 right now, my youngest is 17, and all they know is me. Cause I made sure I stayed my ass right there
And you
to
know what?
raise their ass.
And ain't nobody gonna treat you like your own father, your own mother, even if they have sisters and brothers. You know that.
Facts.
So
Facts.
people don't know what family is no more. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
okay with that. I've always, wherever I went, I made it home. I got family members out here, but I don't fuck with them. And the reason why I don't is because they don't know nothing about being family. You know,
Yeah.
I fuck with the
Yeah.
ones in Georgia and Atlanta because no matter what we go through, it's always gonna be a fucking barbecue. It's always gonna be you having a nice little get together on 40 acres of land.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
My mom them got that out there. So people out here, in the city, or if you're in New York, or you're in San Francisco, or LA, or wherever, they ain't got that much family type thing going on. They
Yeah.
all family. So when you deal with your immediate family, it's like we all we got.
Yeah, my family big, but I got a big family, and one thing I understand is that when I was a younger dude, it was always to respect your elders and all that. They always pushed that, and I stand on that to this day. You know what I'm saying? I respect my elders, even though I know some elders be talking some dumb shit, but I still give them their respect because you are elder. You might be talking crazy, but I give them that type of respect. But one thing I noticed whenever I go back to New York, I always get super love from all my aunts and uncles. It's like they put me on a semi pedestal. I remember jumping in the car with my aunt. I remember last time I was out there, I jumped in the car with my aunt, and I was about to jump in the back seat, and she was like, "No, you the man. You go in the front seat." I jump in the back seat, and I was laughing to myself because I remember back in the day the way they used to go hard on me. And it's like now to be the age that I'm at right now and see that they show me that type of respect, like they look at me as like a hierarchy in the family. Like they ask me to handle certain things. And that shit made me feel good, like yo, oh Lord. And I looked at myself as being a black sheep because I always went left when they went right. I always went left. I was always the dude that was just me. That was just me. But but they saw that but they saw the way I did they saw the way I did my thing with my family, and they respect that.
Let me
Like
tell
yo,
you.
hold on. You held your fam down as you and your wife, your two kids. You doing your thing. You got your little land and you got your little land. Every time they come out and they see I got the little 10 acres. I got 10 acres in Georgia. They know nobody in my family got this. They come out and they be like, yo, damn, this is what you did for yourself. And for
That's
me, a
something to be
dude,
proud of. That's something to be proud of too.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
I ain't never had no shit. I'm a dude that came from. I've been in New York my whole life, 35 years out of my life. Born and raised in New York, Brookdale Hospital, Brooklyn.
That's a fact. I done been out there to the crib. You know, kicked it with
Yeah,
him.
she
Got
done been
plenty of
here.
land.
Look,
I
I
got
know
plenty of land. I could build a couple of houses over here.
when he say where he live at. I know it's nice out there. My mom live out there by Browns Mill and Wesley Chapel, so I know.
Yeah, it's nice over here. When I come home, I come home, I'm in my own oasis. I get away from everybody and I'm in my own oasis. I chill. I might go get me a little bottle, bullshit. A lot of times when people see me doing streets, like, yo, this nigga be on some act. No, I'm not. It's because I'm enjoying life.
No,
I done did a lot of shit in my life to where I could sit back and relax and enjoy life.
you know what? When I lived in Atlanta, I also had an extra place. Conscious. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna be quiet because I know you want to talk too on your
Nah,
own.
you good coffee, man. You good coffee. We building. I love the conversation, man. You don't gotta stop talking, man. Go ahead, man. Talk about it, coffee. We building up here. This how bills go when brothers just bounce off each other. I be telling she this all the time when me and she be talking. Me and she be having some powerful conversations. I be like, yo, she, we should have been live right now, cause
Exactly.
this is what the
Exactly.
brothers need to hear.
Yeah.
Hey, me and she do the same thing on the phone, man. We be talking like hours, like well, I ain't gonna say hours, but an hour or two. But yeah, I live out in Johns Creek, but I also had an extra apartment downtown that I use for business. You know,
No, I could
talking
dig that. I could dig that.
y'all know what a block lofts is downtown in Atlanta. That's where all the love and hip hop people were.
So you seen all of them up in there acting a fool.
Live right next door to Loon from Bad Boy and
Okay.
crazy chick Kaya from goddamn from Florida. My neck, my back, that chick.
Yeah. Kaya. Kaya.
Kaya, yeah,
I think she out
yeah.
here in Stone Mountain now.
Dude, I don't know. She went to the leasing office and told them she was afraid of me. Come on now. Me?
Oh man, hold on, Coffee. What you did to her?
I ain't
Her neck and her back started hurting when she saw you.
dude, her.
My
Listen,
neck,
when I
my
was
back.
I'm not no starstruck ass nigga. But when I would speak to her, it would be
Yeah.
just hey, how you doing or whatever, And I guess she just got tired of seeing me walk in and out of my place, you know. And she went down to the leasing office and told them, hey, I don't feel comfortable around this guy. I'm like, not the ratchetest bitch on the internet. Come on now.
Facts, facts.
She wanted to
As
kill me.
much as she be talking on the internet, oh come
She
on.
just didn't know who I was. That's all that was. 'Cause
Mm.
I was really close to with the midget from the ghetto boys.
That's my guy right there. Hold on, I know you talking about Bushwick Bill.
Yeah,
Bushwick Bill.
I used to be
Yeah.
close with them, and I used to be over there doing music with them because I used to do a lot of backups, for a lot of rappers in Atlanta, and that's why I was there. But at the same time, uh, it's just that it was I need to be close. But when, like you said, King, when you want to get away from the city and you know you got a nice ass home, further out, that's what I would do. I would go all the way out where I lived, where my house was in Johns Creek. And if you look at the intro video on my document, on my my trailer, you'll see the house. I'm standing in front of it.
Okay.
I live right
Yeah,
behind.
cause when I first moved to the A, I stayed in all the clubs. I went to all the clubs because I linked up with a lot of my homies that moved out here from New York, and that's all we did. We went to clubs, VIP here, VIP there. I got tired of that real quick. I did that when I was in New York. That's not why I came to Atlanta. I ain't come to Atlanta for that. I
That's
came out here to Atlanta to raise my boys. Cause so it was something different, especially the way the schooling thing was, especially the way the schooling situation was. When I went to the schools, it kind of it made me feel away like, yo, damn, hold on, I see the schools out here is a little better than the little NY schools a little bit. You know the NY schools is like prison. The NY schools is like prison. So when I came out here and I saw the little spread out, they had the nice football fields. Dudes was in the sports because in New York they took all that away. I don't even think they had
Damn, it ain't
sports
no
like that
sports in
going
New
hard
York.
in New York like that. Nah, in New York, I think the sports, the sports thing is you got to go to a certain school. Out here, it's big out here, and I remember that because my first time moving to the South was back in like '97. I moved to North Carolina, Winston Salem,
But
and the way I saw they was moving with the sports thing, it made me feel a certain type of way. I used to go to games and see the way people they was into it. Like, oh shit, hold on, we lost that in New York. They cut all those programs out in New
man,
York.
yeah, they did. But let me ask you something. Now, when you moved out, when you first came to Atlanta, I bet you all your New York friends, Jamaican friends, or whatever, island friends, they all they all they all lived in fucking Marietta, didn't they?
Sure
Cobb
did,
County.
sure did,
Right
sure
now,
did.
live in Cobb County, and they all from New York. Addition,
Mm-hmm.
addition to it's either New York or it's either Cobb County, uh, Marietta, or something like that, or sometimes Gwinnett.
Yeah. Because a lot of them is like not too far off from Stone Mountain area and all that. Yeah,
Just Stone
yeah,
Mountain, Stone Mountain
yeah.
in County. They either live there or there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Then I got a lot of friends that's out there in Douglasville. Cause Douglasville is still kind of semi hoodie a little bit. It's a little hoodie, so a lot of them are still over there because they can't escape it. They
Thornton
come out
Road,
here when they come over here where I'm at. They be like, "Yo, how you living back here? You don't got no street lights. You in the sticks." I'm like, "Yeah, I like being over here in the sticks."
Thornton Road, Six Flags, Thornton Road.
Yeah, over there. Yeah. I like being in the sticks. I go to the city. I have some fun when I want to hook up with my homies. We go out there. We do our thing. We stunt, do all that stunt and shit. Then what I'm saying. I come home to my oasis. Shit. Today I took a Uber. Uber dropped me at the crib. Uber was like, "Yo, damn, this is beautiful." I'm like, "Yeah, I love my little tranquil. I love my little tranquil spot where my neighbors is far away from me and I could do my thing. I could go outside and walk around butt naked if I wanted to. Nobody will see me."
I know that's right. They got nice houses out here, man, but they close together. Where I live right now is a really nice spot. You know,
You still in the A right now, Kwafi?
oh no, I'm in California, man. I've been out here
Oh,
since
you done moved over there to Cali. I want to get a taste of Cali. I want to get a taste of Cali. But I'm not trying to pay too much for a zip code.
I've been out here since 2013, and what it is, you gotta be able to live somewhere that's comparable to where you live. Because I'm not gonna lie, if you live in San Francisco or somewhere like that, you just paying because it's San Francisco. They only show
Yeah,
they only show you the pretty parts on TV.
yeah.
I lived in Diamond Heights. Look it up. Diamond Heights is really nice.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's a crazy thing because New York and Cali used to be like two halves of the same coin. But the way I be hearing a lot of brothers speak now is like there ain't a lot of black people out there in Cali right now. Like everybody done shifted out and they done moved down to Texas and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, peace out to Sunclaw. That's our brother there, Sunclaw.
Oh yeah, Sunclaw, that's my guy right there, man.
Going on, appreciate it. And GA girl, thanks for coming by. She watching it. I think she's watching the
Yeah,
stream.
for everybody,
Thanks for pulling
man,
up.
who over here from my channel, we doing the streaming on both sides. Come hit the link. Go over here to Conscious channel and hit the link, man.
Yeah, that's what threw me
Come
off at
sub.
first. That's what threw me off at first. Cause Conscious, yeah, let me sub up right now, man.
Yeah, come
Let
on,
me
man.
sub up
Sub
right
up.
now, Conscious.
Everybody that's
Conscious,
coming from my
I've been
channel.
seeing Conscious around. Conscious, solid brother, and she
Appreciate
to
that.
tell you, man, the way I move. Trust me, the way I moved back in there, I was definitely more of a wild boy. But this was before I had my kids. Even a little bit, a couple of years after my kids was born. I was a man. The guy that I was back then is completely different now, and it's because it's knowledge of self. And y'all always hear Sheed say that knowledge of self, but that's what my whole life is based off of, knowledge of self.
Mine too, bro. Mine too. I mean, I grew up Sunni Muslim, but I also dwelled in the Nation of Islam. I used to go to the mosque right there off of Glenwood. I don't know if
Mm.
it's there no more, but that's where I used to go.
I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
used
that
to be
mom still there.
Juma every Friday. But look, conscious. Are you sub to my channel as well?
No, no, drop it. And if you fellas got a chat, drop it in the chat, man. We
Just trying
usually
to
try and
look.
support each
I'm
This
other.
joint you got over here, conscious, is fancy to me. I don't know what's going on. I'm used to StreamYards, a little bit of Zoom. This is fancy. I don't know what
Yeah,
you got going on over here. We in the
this
galaxy,
ain't
nigga. We in the
fancy,
galaxy.
bro.
We in the universe, man. You and I versus all. That's why I stand on.
hey,
You and I versus all.
look.
I
Know that
like that.
restream is a good thing. To me, I think it's a little bit better than StreamYard. Now, I got this from Shannon Rawls. You know, I'm cool with Shannon. So
Y'all
Oh,
fancy over here. Y'all some
Shannon, my
fancy
guy, man.
Negroes, man. Y'all some fancy Negroes over here, man. You got the galaxy in the background.
Man,
Y'all fancy, man. I ain't signed up.
we ain't fancy. We just learning something, man. We just learning something. That's
wait,
all.
conscious because I fuck with conscious. You know, that's why I be wanting him to understand certain things. You know, and I would want to. Not saying I'm all that, you know, but I would want to help him even grow his shit because I like how he speaks. Now, but when I'm not on the beat. I'm not on the laughing at crucifixions. You know, getting on. You cool with me one day, and then you cool with somebody else, and the laughing at somebody getting doxxed, and I can't do that. That's fuck.
Nah, I don't play those. I don't play those type of games. I ain't with all them type of games. That's one thing. If you ever come to the God's Corner, that is my channel on YouTube. For all those that's listening, I am King the God. I know y'all probably see me lingering around in some of these chat boxes. I might say a little hot something. Shout out a couple of fellas and females that I know in places. But if y'all pull up on the God's Corner, y'all know I'll be over there clowning sometime because my initial thing was to come up here and teach y'all brothers knowledge of self and give y'all the lessons. But then after I spoke to a couple of guys off, they was like, nah, you don't give it to them. You gotta remember how you got it. When you got it being serious. You can't just throw it out there. This is why the lessons was never something that was just supposed to be thrown out there. Me teaching brothers that they are God cipher divine, which is God, is something that a brother has to show you that he's prepared for that. If you're not prepared for that, you can't just give that away. It's not something that you just give away like it's something you just give away. And I looked at it a little bit differently, but then I understood what they were saying. I understand what once actually mingling around these spaces, I understand that. I understand when I got it, dudes used to get beat up to get this knowledge that I have. Because dudes took it
Right.
serious. Dudes took it serious. You couldn't just be a parrot. The dudes did not like the dude being a parrot, and Quaff, you might understand a little something what I'm saying because he know about what the Muslims. Because a lot of the teachers that I stand on, it came from the Muslims, but we just fine tuned it a little bit. We just fine tuned it a little bit. Everything in life could be fine tuned, and we fine tuned it. And we gave an understanding that we are original people as black people. We are original people. Trust and believe that. We are original people. If you look at any other race, they go through all type of different type of struggles when it comes to health, when it comes to the way they age, all this. You can see that we are foundational. And this is why they try to throw the noose on our necks. And they try to hold us down because they know if we was to ever come together and do shit the right way, they'd have a problem. So that's why they put all type of obstacles in front of us as black people, because they know what time it is.
But
And what did they
that's
do?
that's
The best trick they could have did was give the women in this country, at least, is give the women a little notch above us, because the notch they have is so minute. But that little minute notch could change the whole game, and that's why shit is the way it is right now. Where you have the
I mean,
females talking crazy, a little something, you have dudes talking crazy, but it is what it is. They taught us divide and conquer amongst
yep.
ourselves.
You ain't lying. Kane, what you say your name of your channel was?
It's Kane the God. If you look up Kane the God, you're gonna find me. It's gonna say quality content. It's gonna be Kane the God. But my show, it's not.
Okay.
I'm not even gonna call it a show, because that's not even what I try to do. When I jump up here, I call it the God's Corner. The reason I call it that is because that's how it used to be when I was a youngster. The guards used to pull up on the corner, and we just used to start building. No matter what you want to talk about, we could talk about it and build on it.
You know
So
what
a
I
lot
know
of times,
for Kane?
good.
I know your show for a chill out spot at night where you playing really good Jamaican music, reggae. You playing,
Yeah.
you know, that's what I know you for. And it was a chill out spot, like after everybody had done the bullshit.
Exactly, and the reason I play Jamaican music is because when you listen to Jamaican music, it still gives you something to look forward to. A lot of Jamaican music, they're not really on the super ratchet. They have the ratchet side, that's the dance hall side. If you want to be on your dance hall shit, but when you listen to culture reggae music, that's that Bob Marley vibe. Where it was a worldly thing. Like I'm a worldly type guy. Like I don't put myself on one landmass. I'm a worldly dude. I'm from the planet we call Earth. I control this. So put me anywhere on this planet, I'm gonna be the same guy. That goes back to what I told y'all earlier: being swift and changeable, but always remainable. No matter where you put me, I'm gonna be the same guy. I know how to mix and mingle. I'm gonna be the same type of guy. When you pull up on the God's Corner, is we just hanging out. I'm not gonna come in and tell y'all you hate women or the women. Nah, the women, we know, we understand. Women are emotional creatures. When you deal with emotional creatures, that means that you're not dealing with no type of facts. And I know a lot of women, they hear, they be like, yo, what? What are you saying? Women, I'm not trying to disrespect y'all or discourage y'all or make y'all feel any type of way. But y'all know this. Women know this. And it's when you know yourself as a man, a woman to understand where you coming from. But you have to know yourself. The first thing, that's why man is first. This is why man is knowledge. Because it's on you as a man to stand on yours is knowledge. The second thing is wisdom. Wisdom comes after knowledge. You can't have wisdom without no knowledge. If you don't know nothing, how you have wisdom? So that's why it's knowledge, wisdom, understanding. That's the first three steps in life that I take every day: knowledge, wisdom, understanding. My knowledge is what I know. My wisdom is my ways and actions. My understanding, we all understand that. Understand what that is. Once you stand on your
Hey,
knowledge,
that's
then you
that's.
can show and prove your knowledge through your wisdom, and then you can move forward to understanding.
I was listening to Gold Professor, and I think it was new. They was billing. They say the knowledge is the man, the wisdom is the woman, the understanding of the kids. That's how it used
The
to be.
child, absolutely.
Yep.
And that when you look at the flag, when you look at the 5% of flag, that's what it is. The seven represents the man, which is seven. Seven is God in the mathematics.
Right.
Around the seven is a moon. Around the seven is a moon, which is the woman. That's the wisdom. And then around all of that is the sun. Is it the sun crescent or
Yeah,
is no man?
you know, it was seven and a crescent. But let me ask you, uh,
I might
what
be saying it wrong. I might be saying it wrong. But go
no,
ahead, Kwafi. My bad.
you cool. What I do appreciate about 5%ers, they take a little bit of knowledge from every aspect of Islam. Uh,
Absolutely.
you know,
Absolutely.
I started off Sunni. You know, I know how to speak Arabic too. So
Mmm.
I know how to say. I can say the prayer right now.
Mmm. Coffee? Damn.
Sure. But
You taking it there, Kwafi? Damn, I didn't know he was like that. Kwafi, hold on. I seen Kwafi in my chat box a couple of times. Then he disappeared. I thought he was messing with me no more. Like that.
no, man, no,
Can't be over there acting a fool.
no, bro. What you did, you lost your channel. I think you said you had got a new one. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, that's what it was. Cause really and truly, I should be near 1,000 right now, but I lost my first channel because I started letting everybody just come over there and freelance, and I didn't even lose it off the strength of me. I lost it off the strength of letting people freelance on my channel a little something.
Let me tell you something. You don't go off buying that nice ass mic that you got and everything to complement your channel to let people come up and do the foolishness.
Yeah, I agree with you, Kwafi. I agree with you. That's how I lost my first chunk. I should have been at close to 1,000 right now.
Yeah, when I
Real talk.
this Moron channel, I was like, God damn, that's a nice ass video. I know he kicked out for his trailer. That trailer was nice.
Yeah, that's all from an iPhone too. I did it all
Oh,
from an
really?
iPhone.
You fancy,
Yeah,
you
that
fancy
iMovie.
iPhone dude. You fancy
No,
iPhone dude.
and it's the funny thing. I'm an old cat, man, and I'm like just discovered it's so much stuff. Like I done bullshitted around, messing around on the just being the lazy and shit. But it's a lot of easy shit that we can do now. Like especially for your channel, man. Y'all just got to start information, man. I don't know if y'all
Yeah, that's my
familiar with
frat
him, but
brother. Me and him talk. Yes, he's out.
yeah, he got a channel that kind of helped me out a lot, man. Like with using copy free music and stuff like that. Like it just make you start thinking, like, well, what else can I do to make it a little bit better? Like even with that Galaxy graphic, it was like I looked up free videos of get the the
Let me say this.
space,
Now, you roaming around in spaces like with my frat, Shannon Ross, and all them dudes like that. Guess what? You ain't got time for no foolishness. You really don't.
Mm,
Hey,
mm.
Shannon. Hey, man, a lot of people be slipping on Shannon. That's why I just share. I just got my community tab, so I've been sharing this stuff. Man, Shannon, like he does a book reading where he tries to keep people informed on reading and stuff. So he does a book reading every month. He does a relationship book. The next month is a money book. Next month is a relationship book. Next month is a money book. He has
Hmm.
7 different shows on his platform, bro. 7 different shows, all on that one platform. He talks
There you
he
go.
rich he got a segment called Rich Man Read, and
And he
I mean
also
just
got
a
one
lot of
about
stuff.
what is it? Ask Brothers or something with different.
Ask the Black Man.
See, those are the brothers that I fuck with right there because they
Yeah.
building. Now I'm gonna tell you, uh, he do a lot of reading. I think that every black man should do a segment on if they ain't reading a book, recommend some books, and that's what I liked about Gold Professor too.
Yeah.
He recommended some books. You remember the one he did with Rakim?
Oh yeah, the book. Oh man.
Yeah, microphone. Yeah,
Yeah, okay, hold on. But as y'all said, hold on. I had some notes that I took down when I did a stream a little bit ago, but I didn't drop any of the books. Let me see if I can find some of the books because you're right about that. That's one thing. Because back in the day, remember what they said? Remember what they told us back in the day? Like, yo, they used to put things in books because they never thought a black man would learn how to read books. And now everybody got Google, so they feel like they don't have to read no books. Like, yo, I asked Google a question, Google will answer me. But nah, you have to read because that fine tunes your speech. It fine tunes your speech, your vernacular. See, I'm big word. Shout out Willie Williams. I'll be watching his streams. He be ignorant sometimes, but big word.
He's funny as fuck, though. Man, I love that
You
dude.
know what I'm talking about, right, Conscious?
Fuck.
But yeah, you're right. You have to throw books out there. The Anthology of Self, a collection of wisdom. That's a good book that brothers should look into. That's like a 5% of, but that's a 5% of brother. Let me see if I wrote down his name. I might not have wrote down his name. I might not call his writing so quick. I still write. Me personally, I still write. I still write because I remember back in the day we had penmanship. You had to have penmanship. So you know what I'm saying? Well, a lot of times when I be writing, my wife be looking at my writing. She's like, "Yo, you write like a girl." I'm like, "What the fuck you mean I write like a girl?" She's like, "Yo, your writing is so neat." Cause I still know how to write script. They don't even teach kids how to write script in school no more.
That's the thing too with me. Like when I write manuscript in cursive, that's the thing. I draw. And see, I'm a drawer, so that's why all my stuff look exactly like the press. When you like, if I really write neat, everything will look like the press. You can read every single letter and know what it is, all the way
Yeah.
down to the Z high squiggles. Because my thing is, I'm a drawer, so I never really write. I draw.
You
Even autographs and stuff. I
Yeah.
draw, so
you know what you
it
impressed me
comes
with?
natural.
You know what you impressed me with when you showed me that you know how to make a pair of pants, bro. You
Oh,
kept
them
that
shorts
shit
I
in
had.
mind,
Yeah, yeah.
man. That was on point, and your lines were perfect. You know,
Yep.
I'm a fashion designer. I'm also a pattern drafter and an illustrator. And just to see you do that, I'm like, damn, that's leather patchwork. You have to have a leather machine to do that shit.
And see,
And I
that's what, man.
got one, but I don't do what you do.
But see, that's the thing. I got like all that stuff, man. I was going into fashion. I was gonna go to the I think it was called Pearson School, but it was so expensive. Then I was gonna go
Yeah,
down here to the Art Institute and then just climb up from there. And then I ended up dealing with Barter College. But all when I started going to those different colleges, at the time I was working. So I was like, man, I'm gonna go ahead end this year, then I'm gonna go ahead and go to college because all my scholarships for wrestling they got canned because the equal rights for the sports for the girls. I had a
Mm.
full ride to go to Howard. I had a full ride to go to Howard. They took that. I had a partial to go to Norfolk. They took that because it was the sports, man. It was just so happened when I was going to college. That's when they was coming up with that equal rights for the men and women, and
hold
those were like one
on, pause right
full
there.
ride.
Pause right there. When I come to Atlanta, bro, probably this month, I need to interview you about that. I'm gonna end up doing a documentary about it.
Coffee, man. You pull up, man. We all linking up, man.
Literally,
Same thing with Gold P. When Gold P came to Atlanta, man. She tell what we did. We all linked up. That's how I
Hey,
move. I have no problem with pulling up on nobody, man. I'll pull up and we could do it. We could get on camera. Everybody saw me, Sheed, and everybody saw Sheed, me, and Gold P on camera. I have no problem with that. Me, I'm a real brother. When it comes to this, when it comes to dealing with real brothers, I have no problem with pulling up on them. I
well,
will
let's
pull
say
up
this.
on you and we could build.
So, the dudes that I really talked to uh, were past the $40 on the phone. I've been knowing him for a couple of years. She the same way. Perfect timing. I mean, we brothers who really talk. You know, we know each other life. We know each other business. So even that's why the other day when we was on the man's channel and Pastor kind of said something that wasn't correct. I said, look, let's do this off the internet. I said, because this is getting serious. I kind of forgot about all that because we had got caught up in some situations with this white bitch over there. You know who it is, but I ain't gonna mention her name. She ain't worth,
Mm.
you know, been stalking me, doing 9 hour streams and shit. I'm like, me? What do I do? I'll do
Oh,
that.
oh, I think she'd like you. Oh, I think she'd like you.
Nah,
yeah, she trolling.
I
She
was
just a troll, man.
I was a pawn to get up into the space to divide, and that's why I try to tell folks. If I
Nah,
did
that vibe is definitely out there, Kwafik. I was just listening to a stream not too long
all this
ago,
temporary
and I'm
shit,
I'm looking at the chat box. I'm looking at the chat box. I'm like, yo, hold on. Some of these ladies just despise black people altogether. And some of these brothers is the same thing. Some of these brothers just despise they skin complexion altogether.
oh, brother, say that. We have been
Yeah, man.
Altogether.
to relate to others than to our motherfucking selves.
They
And
don't like that struggle that they got to go through. That struggle is too
and
rough for them.
guess what?
That's why I said. That's why I be. That's why I be telling a lot of brothers like, yo, some of y'all brothers outside ain't safe for y'all. Some of y'all is built to be on the internet
But you know
because
what?
outside ain't safe for y'all. The real world is gonna be a real struggle
Hey,
for you.
facts.
But you know what it became? You know what it is, bro? The thing is, they are seeping through the spaces through these idiotic brothers that let them up on the panels to debate them because they ain't gonna do
Mm-hmm.
go into what is black, what is
Mm-hmm.
what is a maggle, what is a daggle, crazy shit,
Yeah.
which
But
we building right now. They'll get up on the panel and talk about that.
but the
Mm-hmm.
biggest thing is when you stun them, they got to go back to the encyclopedia. They got to go over here to other guys' channel who they getting the rhetoric from and study up. I say this all the time. I talk about Charles being a police officer. I said, if I really want to take on the position of calling myself the officer of the law, like he used to call himself, I will sit here, study his content, go down everything, go down, look at procedures on how to become an officer, look at the training process, look at the purpose of when you become an officer, what code to use, what violations to use, a little bit about the law. I can come over here
Mm-hmm.
and build a whole channel doing that because a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people are copycatters, man. A lot of people
Yeah,
don't have a
I
brain
spoke on that
on
earlier.
campus.
I spoke on that earlier. Sheet. A lot of dudes
Yeah,
when it comes to this internet thing, a lot of dudes is
you call them
parrots.
parrots. Yeah, you call
Yeah,
them parrots.
back in the day, we used to despise parrots because you, like I said, dudes used to get hands put on them because we used to have ciphers. We used to have ciphers, and what a cipher was is like, yo, all the brothers, all you know what I'm saying, all the GODs, you know what I'm saying. We used to ask you what's today's mathematics. Like today is what? Today is I don't know. Today is what, the 12th. So today would be considered wisdom. I mean, knowledge, wisdom, all being born to understanding. And what you have to do, you have to show and prove how did you use that within your day to day. You have to show and prove how you use that within your day to day. And if a dude was on some sideways shit, talk some crazy shit, dudes used to put hands on them. So you really had to be on point. Like, yo, when you come across the guards, you couldn't front. And that's another problem with this social media thing, is that we have a bunch of people mixing and mingling with each other when they're not supposed to be.
Guess what? And I respect all of that because guess what? You ain't gonna play with no motherfucking black Israelites. I'm interviewing them brothers too. I already interviewed a few of them, and they will be on some of uh, some of the things that I'm doing. See, because I go more than just this black and white shit. I can give a fuck about who's black. I can give a fuck about who's white. But one thing about it, I love us first, and I'm not gonna.
Mm,
My job to sit up here and teach you about us. I'm not gonna sit around here and let you say ain't nothing black. Everything
facts.
in my world, everything is black. You know why? Because it exists. Because you know what? You're gonna say you white. That's why I
There
don't.
you go.
That's why I don't be over there on the Thought of Profit channel no more. Because it's all the motherfucking game. I'm not doing that shit no more. I stayed off of that shit because this is what you got going on. I can deal with black folks who are different. You know, I fought with Ricky Manor. Go check his channel out. He's a Republican, but he motherfucking black. And he fucks with black folks. These motherfuckers ain't your friends. And he'll tell you
Hmm.
straight up, he don't fuck with no Candace Owens. He don't fuck with no goddamn Brandon Tatum. And he don't fuck with no Coons. And I'm saying I don't care.
Yeah.
And one thing I could tell everybody that's listening, I've been around it long enough to where it's like, yo, I understand where I come from. It's like, yo, I understand. I got a taste of the old school, and I'm still here with the new school. So don't act like, yo, I'm just some old nigga. I'm a nigga that's still here. I witnessed the birth of everything that y'all brothers is going through and sisters. And one thing that I do know when it comes to social media, there's a whole heap of capping, whole heap. A whole heap. Listen to what I'm saying. It's a whole heap of capping.
Mountain.
And that's what the social media
Mount Everest of capping. That's what they should call it.
it's
But you know what? That's funny you mentioned that, Kane. Like, because I want to say we kind of got the best of both worlds, but like you said, we kind of know those old traditional
mm-hmm.
ways where man said what they mean, but then we learned this new way. So if anything, we kind of like the connection to both. Like
Exactly.
they really should be
Exactly,
listening to us.
family. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I got a taste of what the old school is. I know what the old school is. And I know the old school ain't what's going on right now. And it's because I bear witness. I remember when Facebook and what was the other one? What was the other one? Y'all know the other one I'm thinking of right now. What was the other one before?
Come on,
The main
MySpace.
social
My,
MySpace. Yeah.
yep.
I remember
When
when
you
all
was
that came
friends with
out.
Tom
Yo, come on, man. I remember when
and
dudes was
then
over
Black
here
Planet.
posting pictures. I remember when dudes was posting pictures and then you bump into them at the corner store. They ain't think they was gonna see you. Like, oh shit, I see you. See shock in his face because he's looking at you like, yo, you giving him the look like, yo, nigga, I thought you was in Puerto Rico. You nigga,
Right.
you right here on the
Exactly.
block, nigga.
But
You talk about you in Puerto Rico.
that
The social media created a space where people could cap. It created a space where people could front and create what they want. This is why right now they're moving into metaverse. This is why right now they create
Yeah.
something that they call the metaverse, where you could create your own lifestyle. Like, go outside and be fucked up in the game, but when you come home, you could be whoever you want to be. And that's what that all this shit that we going through right now is a test. And trust and believe, like they say, go speak to a professional. The professionals is the ones that have been playing the game on you your whole life. They know what it is. They know it. Trust and believe. They know how this shit's gonna go. This internet shit is old to the motherfuckers. They know this already. And when we start talking like this is when channels start getting flagged. When you start delging into these realms, this is where channels start getting flagged. Like, oh, you talking too much. Cause like I always tell brothers, like, yo, if we was really out here making real changes within the so-called black community, this shit would not be here. What we doing right now, but it's because they see that what we doing is a bunch of dividing. They let it rock. If we was up here actually building each other up, they would not let us do this shit.
Let me tell you something. If we were beating each other up right now, and this is why I hate to get on panels, because guess what? They were in here at 15 when we were talking about certain things, but when we really started to build, it went down to 7. So I'm gonna get my ass down from here and let Conscious Moron get back to the shits.
Coffee, man. Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. Yo, this is what I always told Sheed. A lot of times I remember. A lot of times when I'm in my own element, it's because I'm in my crib and I'm chilling, and I might start drinking. And sometimes when you start drinking, yo, hold on, that shit might get a little nice to you. But I'm looking at a wall right now. While I'm talking to you brothers right now, I'm looking at a wall. So it's like a lot of times it's like me talking to a wall. But when I have brothers that's on the same type of mindset as me, it's like I salute all brothers that could do that. Like, yo, AM, certain dudes, I give them that where they could just holler at a wall and just talking to a wall. That's really not my vibe. I like bouncing off my brothers.
Hold
'Cause I
up.
know my brothers gonna take me to another level.
Did you say AM1?
AM1 is cool, but I'm talking about AM, Angry Man.
Oh, Angry Man. Okay.
Angry Man, but AM1, because a lot of people,
I like AM. I like AM because of his talent, but I don't really fuck with the talking point. I'm gonna be honest because I'm not into that clone shit. I'm just not into that. I'm
I
into.
get you. I get you. No, don't get it twisted. I fucks with him. I have my disagreements with him, and he know this. He know this. It's nothing. It's like I'm talking crazy about the brothers. So I know for those that's in the chat box, I know we public figures right now. Whenever you want to turn on this mic or put your face on the camera, there's always going to be those that's going to go over there and be like, oh, this nigga talking shit about. No, I'm not talking shit about my nigga.
Listen,
No, I'm not.
I'm one
I,
of
I,
the dudes. I'm one of them dudes that will debunk. Hey, Bomb, how are you? I'm that dude that come up and to debunk the bullshit because what most of these dudes are doing now, they're trying to make people think that they are the elite black. They want to make every damn want
Yeah,
to talk.
that I don't play. That's where it goes sideways for me too, Afi.
They don't want to talk about
Coffee, my bad, Coffee. That's where it go bad for me too. When dudes be acting like they elite. Cause even with me call myself God. Listen when I tell y'all that. I call myself God
no, but
all day, every day. But I know how to when you speak on yourself as God, you have to know how to humble yourself
yeah, but that's good though. But what I'm
and
speaking is
accept knowledge. Go ahead.
in the eyesight of tap dancing for white folks, they would be quickly to say, well, they won't say anything that's good about black folks, and these are black men that
Well,
frequently
yeah. That part. Yeah.
talking about Key Ray Ray. They always talk about dudes being the most crime is in the black communities and this and that. I mean, it is ridiculous. I sat here and listened to dudes right out here in California do that, and I'm like, nigga, where you live at ain't no crime. What the fuck you talking?
I know exactly what you're talking about, Coffee. I know exactly what you're talking about, man. That's real spit right there, man. I appreciate this panel right now. Conscious, man. You on fire right now. I appreciate this panel
Oh
right
man,
now, fam.
appreciate it.
I appreciate I ain't
That's
never
everybody. We
really
all
deal
do.
with you. I ain't never really deal with you. It's my first time pulling up. My first time is really going back and forth with you and seeing what you got going on, man. I like this over here, fam. I like this. I like what you got going on, man.
Man. We trying to learn from everybody,
There you
man. That's the
go,
only way
man.
we getting
I
better.
came up
There
here
you
about
go. She'd always lead me in the right directions, man. She'd be hitting me with a lot of people's streams like, yo, Kane, go check that out. You know what I'm saying? I be busy. You know what I'm saying? I do my business thing. I could split the business world at y'all too. 'Cause I got a couple of businesses going on, so we can always take it to business talk too. But nah, me, I ain't trying to change what we talking about. But it's like
not at
I
all.
know when a lot of people hear me talk, they like, yo, this nigga's bull. Nah, I've done a lot of my life. I've done a lot of my life. Like me, I'm a
You.
man's man.
That's the New
I'm a
Yorkie.
man's man. Facts, Coffee. That's facts, Coffee. I'm a man's man. I do it all. My wife would tell you I ain't calling nobody over to fix nothing. I'm gonna fix that shit. You know why I'm gonna fix it? I'm gonna go watch a couple of YouTube videos, and then I'm gonna get my ass up and go fix that shit. That's the way I
Dude,
move.
hey,
I learned how to fix cars from watching YouTube videos. I could build a crib from the foundation up over
hey,
watching YouTube videos. And
that's
just paying attention to dudes that I see you as a carpenter. If you're a carpenter, I'm gonna stand there right by your side. Like, yo, why you standing on my side? I'm standing right here, come trying to watch what you're doing. And once you do it, I know how to do it. That's the way my mind
Right.
works. That's how my mind works.
Each one teach one. That's how it's supposed to
yeah,
be.
that's why I be trying to get guys to get on that stuff, man. Like what Kane was just talking about. I had went down there, got my pickup truck looked at. I got GMC. They told me it'll be I think $1,800 to put my Cadillac converter on. I'm like, dang. So I went there, looked up the Cadillac converter. Cadillac converter was like 580 or something like that, almost 600. So I went, looked at a couple YouTube videos, went to a couple of GMC forums on pickup trucks. And the one thing
Mm-hmm.
that the YouTube video never told me, that when you drop that bar for the transmission, make sure that that drive shaft don't move, because the drive shaft move, you gotta take the whole truck up there and get it realigned, and it's gonna cost you way more money. So I made sure, did all
Really?
that right, man. Put that Cadillac. I got the original Cadillac converter. I had all the power tools. I did it myself, man.
And
I saved that money.
that's what it be. That's what it be. Shit, a lot of times, a lot of brothers don't do it because they don't have the proper tools. If you're gonna be a mechanic, you have to do the due diligence. Look at what tools he got. Like, yo, if I watch a basic video, I'm gonna go watch another. I'm not watching just one video. I'm gonna watch a couple of videos because there might be a dude that might show me a tool. Like, oh, I don't got that tool, and I will go purchase that tool. I will go purchase that tool just because that's what I need in order to make the job easy.
I take
You got
that
to
up.
work smart. You got to work smart. Not you got to work smart. You can't be dumb with it.
But you know what
And
though?
I've always been like that.
I take a little bit of learning from every aspect. I even go all the way ancient, like go to certain libraries at different colleges that they may have books that are out of print, because
Mm-hmm.
so they're in libraries as well. So outside of that, I do use Google. I use some of YouTube, but I think YouTube is mainly opinions, because some people take you over the hills and through the woods when they give in tutorials, and you be like, "Damn, I'm gonna leave that part out because he just went all around the world with that." You know,
Yeah, yeah.
you
Yeah,
gotta.
and coffee. That's why I say it's like a lot of people when they Google things. When they Google things, they rock straight off the first page. No, when I Google something, I might go into like the sixth page. Like, yo, what happened on the sixth page? Because this when I Google this, it said it has like 1 out of 40. I'm gonna jump to the 10th page. Like, what are they saying on the 10th page? Fuck the first page. The first page is a lot of people might spend a little money. They might have spent a little money to make their shit jump off on the first page. What's going on the 10th page? And you might see something that you never seen on the first page. You know what I'm saying? When you Google something, you look at the first page, then you go 10 deep in, you be like, yo, hold on, why is the 10th page disagreeing with the first page? And then you might figure something out. Me personally, is a comedian that said something back in the day. Is a comedian that's oh, we got Jade in the building. Oh, I know who Jade is. She's in the building. She whispering in my ear. But yeah, it's like, yo, it's like you deal with, you know what I'm saying? You see the first page, and then you got the 10th page. In between the first and 10th page is so much information. Like I said, information is always my first thing in life. Knowledge. I'm gonna learn everything. I'm gonna look up on everything,
Let
and
me
then
ask,
I'll finally figure out I'm gonna do where I'm gonna do it.
let me ask Conscious something real quick. Conscious,
Good.
is that House of Bomb Cherry?
Who?
Is
You
is
said
that
what
House
now?
Who?
of Bomb? Is that Bomb Cherry in the?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
that's
okay,
not
yeah.
true.
So she know what I'm talking about as a designer. A
Oh,
fact,
Bomb Cherry over here lingering.
yeah. But there's some things like I know how to sew too. I got 20 damn 7 sewing machines, and each one of them do different things, you know. So I'm quite sure she's been on some of the tutorials on YouTube, and it's certain things that people complicate, when they're giving tutorials.
Coffee done said some sewing shit. Bob might try going. Bob, I know how you be getting down. There. Bob, why you over there messing around with your little
Oh no,
stuff? I see you. Nah, I
I,
see, nah, I'm picking fun at Bomb. I'm just picking fun at Bomb because I know how Bomb be trying to get down. But Bomb, I know how to sew. That's something I learned as a youngster because that's what I saw my mom's doing. My mom's used to make dresses. She just sew pants and all that shit. Nigga, I know. Nigga, that's what I'm trying to say. A lot of shit that I could say that I could do. A lot of motherfuckers be like, yo, hold on, this nigga's some sucker shit. No, I know how to sew, but I mean sew like yo, thread a needle. Lick the jump off. Lick thread and thread your needle. And I
Pause.
sew from hand. Oh shit, damn. Sheed, get out of there, Sheed. Get out of there. Get to the chopper. Nigga, I thread a
That's
needle. I thread a needle. Yo, just the other day I had to sew one of my pockets. Cause my pen done pop through it. You know what I'm saying? I be having pens in my pocket on a regular basis. My pen bust through my shit. I had to sew my shit. Nigga, I
Hey,
sew.
hey,
Nigga,
that was
come on.
crazy.
And that's what I'm saying. And the crazy part is that, yo, if you go back to my hometown, Kane is one of the most hoodest motherfuckers. Niggas will be like, yo, that nigga Kane? Nigga, I did a lot of hood shit, but on the same token, yo, for all those that want to call themselves educated lames, even though I don't tolerate that, I don't like that type of talk, even though I don't even like the Pookie and Remy talk, because I'm a well-rounded type man.
well, let's get down
Let's get into it. Let's get into it, Coffee.
let's
I
get
know you want to take it somewhere. Let's go, Coffee.
Oh,
down.
damn. I was just about to
My
say
bad.
because I
My
got
bad.
to
My
get
bad.
ready
My bad.
for work. No. Hey, because I was only supposed to do like 2 hours, but it's been flowing so well because we talking some real shit. But I gotta get ready for work in the AM. If anybody else want to go live though before we shut it down? So
I'm
maybe we
Oh,
can
finish.
just.
that's conscious. That's conscious trying to bow out. Conscious is like, yeah, I gotta wake up in the
Well,
morning.
no, I
Conscious,
ain't.
you a real old
I
nigga.
ain't.
Conscious is a old,
No,
real old nigga. Conscious. Conscious is like, I gotta fade
I
out,
got
man. I
this
gotta get up
thing.
in the
I got
morning.
this.
That nigga's like, yo,
No, you know what it is? I literally started like I'm gonna do like maybe an hour. We've been on here for 4 hours. We just been building. I ain't think it was gonna go that long, so I ain't really prepared
Conscious, you ain't
myself.
know no real brothers gonna pull up on you. You ain't used to it. You
Yeah,
ain't
yeah.
used to it.
I thought I just gonna be
No,
talking about bullshit for a hot
before you
second.
go, I
Yeah,
want
we could pull up on the guys club. I could fire up a live. Y'all already know I could fire up a live. We could go on the guys club. We could continue the conversation. We could
Yeah,
continue the
yeah.
conversation. But I was enjoying myself over here, conscious. This is my type of vibe.
Yo, we gonna do it
This
again,
is
man.
this is this is
We
my
gonna do
vibe
it
right
again.
here.
Now
A lot of people be
this
thinking
the
they
first
can't be
one.
on some bullshit. Nah, I don't be on no bullshit. I be on some real shit. I just be having fun on my channel. And people be thinking that the fun
go.
I be having, they be think I be going overboard. But nah, this is my type of vibe. I love this type of vibe. Coffee, real shit. Salute to you, family. Sheed, you already know how I give it up. Coffee, man. Real talk, man. Solid dude, man. You and me is definitely like air likes, man. Air likes. Mind that take mine. That's the way I move in life. Mind that take mine.
But look, let me say
Yeah,
this to Conscious real quick before I go, because this was the
yeah,
part two of
yeah,
why I came up too. I wanted to ask you. Now you know I'm cool with anybody. I'm cool with both. Like say for instance, if you're not cool with somebody, I'm cool with a person like what Sir Ism stated, which was true. I just want to know what's the issue between you and RBR. I want to know.
yeah.
Oh, I already know about that. I'm on the chopper. I'm on the chopper immediately.
uh, Man, you know, RBR, it started off as a joke, man, but I think he got real serious. I mean, it was a joke on my end. I never, I went over there kind of on whatever because when I first met RBR, I'm like, man, this is a journalist, so he kind of. I'm trying to get into YouTube. Maybe he can help me out. And it started off like that, but once I started questioning him, I was a dumbass coon, and it just went downhill. So after a minute, I'm like, you ain't gonna keep talking to me. I got some pushback for you now. So it's just a back and forth
It
now. It's
goes
like
it goes into that
Road Runner and Wiley
it goes
Coyote.
into that YT rhetoric. It goes into that
Right.
YT rhetoric because at the end of the day, the majority of the problems that people be having when it comes to this YT thing is that everybody's out here trying to get their bread. That's what the problem is. That's what the main problem is when it comes to this YT shit. Everybody's out here trying to get their bread. Everybody see that there's money to be made in this shit, and
You
that's
know,
where a lot of beef stem from.
you know what it boils down to, fam? It boils down to respecting each other and each other's opinions. We all fighting to be right. And when we do that, it
Right.
don't work out. So my thing is maybe he did not respect Conscious Moron's opinion and nor did Conscious do the same thing.
No. I mean, I tried to. You know what I'm saying? I try to take in what people think, even though I might not agree with them. I at least want to get their perspective on how they view things, because I might learn something I didn't even realize. So it's not like, but after a certain while, when you're not proving what you're saying, then I'm gonna start questioning
There
you.
you
And
go.
then when you got more pushback, then I'm gonna start questioning
A
you even
wise
more.
man,
Like, well,
a
why?
wise man asks the question why. Trust and believe that. A
Yeah,
wise man asks the question why.
yeah, but I
You
like
never
I
stand
don't.
on anything off of face value.
Yeah, and I didn't mean to
You got
bring
to
that
dig
up.
deeper.
I just wanted to know because I'm uh I'm subscribed to both of y'all, and I like what RBR have to say in the morning. But I noticed that
He be on me. I know you notice it.
I'm like,
It's the.
damn, what done went on?
I
I'm gonna
think.
ask him when I see him, because I was gonna ask him,
I think.
you know.
I think it's his need to be right though. Like I said, I'm
Uh oh.
still
Uh
trying to
oh.
learn.
That
So,
need to be
but
right.
I
That
think it's
need to
that
be right
need
is like
to
a
be.
cat slogan.
But
Like
I'm
you
not gonna
say,
lie, conscious.
now,
He is right about a whole bunch of things, and he is for us as black people. Now, I'm
I,
not
I,
saying
I don't think so though, bro. I mean, just my personal opinion. You can't say you for us and calling everyone around you a dumbass coon. And then when the coon you calling dumb asks for that information, you get mad because that coon doesn't know that information.
but that's
Yeah.
true.
Like you can't keep punching down on me and then expect me to know it, and you ain't teaching me and telling me.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of the
Well,
rub
well,
with
Yeah.
him. Like
what it is
we,
just that when somebody gives their opinion, I think that it's automatically somebody say, "Hey, look, man, well, can you show me the references? Can you? Well, what is that? And genuinely, some people may not know what you're talking about. Yeah, that can
But
be
it's
right,
true.
like,
right.
but coffee is like it's like the saying goes. It's like the saying goes. Opinion is like, yo, everybody having an asshole, but do I want to see your asshole, nigga? I ain't checking that. See
But and the last thing I'm
I ain't heard that. I like that one.
and the last thing I'm gonna say, last thing I'm gonna say, fellas, is about the educated lane thing. Now, I don't get into that. I am educated, but I ain't with the lame shit. See, you become lame when you start to. Now, this is the other side of the manosphere. You become lame when you continue to complain about things that you don't care about. Why? And it's become an echo chamber of talking points. So you got the educated lames. If they can't get a woman, they get upset, and then they try to work it out with her, and they don't understand. Hey, man, if she don't want you, she just don't want you. You know, then
yeah,
you move away from that. But then again, you have those that gonna force something that's just not gonna work. If you don't want to date a woman that smoke weed, why are you worried about her? If you don't want to date a woman who have weave in her hair, why worry about her? However, okay, but hear
Exactly.
me out. However, you have that same educated lane because he can't get that big fat booty type chick or Instagram chick that he don't even pair up with, that it don't even look right together. You know what I'm saying? And he want to force it. He get mad and want to blame it on Pookie. You can't
Yeah,
learn.
that part of it understand. That part of it understand. Can understand, me personally, that's what I'm saying. They have to bring some of the '90s back. I know that goes back a little deeper for a lot of y'all younger dudes. A lot of y'all younger dudes be trying to jump into the '50s, like nigga. A lot of y'all niggas coming, when I was a youngster and I used to hear motherfuckers talk about slavery and all that type of shit, like, I know for a fact, me personally, this is me. This why I don't speak on that men shit. I be hearing niggas say men. No, don't say men. Say you. Say you. Me as a man, I know for a fact I would have been dead in slavery. With the mindset that I have right now, with the mindset that I grew up in, I would have been dead in slavery. They couldn't do nothing with me. Kuntu was getting beat in that movie that they showed us, that they continuously try to show us slave movies, and I have a problem with that. With them continuously try to show us slave movies, cause that continuously try to keep you in that mindset. That's why they do that goofy shit. That's why they do that goofy shit and throw a little slave movie at you, like, oh, remember, just remember, nigga. This is where you at. Fuck out of here with your slave movie. I don't want to see that shit. I don't want to watch that shit. I don't give a fuck what them niggas did back then. That's what was going on back then. You
You
have
know,
to live.
it's too painful for some people to go back into. Because I have an aunt that's 80 years old. You probably seen her in the Asian Hate Part One documentary. She was
Mm,
around before the goddamn black and before color TV. So it's painful
mm,
for her to watch movies that are slave like movies on TV because
yeah,
she come from family members who were really in that. I don't know that
yeah.
because I'm younger.
There
So
was motherfuckers that taste that shit. I understand that, and trust me, I understand. There was motherfuckers that taste that. We ain't taste it though, but motherfuckers be trying to stand on that. You can't stand on what you ain't taste. If you ain't tasted, you can't stand on it.
but you can't also act like it never existed either. Now, I'm not gonna.
Nah, it existed.
I'm
I
one of
agree.
I'm not one of them people that's into victimhood that says, "Oh, the white man did this, the white man did that." But at the same time, if you're a racist motherfucker in this day and time, I'm not gonna be no fool for friendship, and I'm not gonna
Mm.
sit around and act like you ain't racist when you are. If you
Nah, but they just remixed it. That's what happened. That's what I'm saying. They remixed it. That's all they did. All they did was remix it. It's the same shit going on. It's like brothers be trying to tell you. It's like, yo, back in the day, yeah, we had the chains on us. Then they took the chains off. But when they took the chains off, that didn't mean they didn't take it off mentally. Because
there you go.
once you train a dog, and that's why a lot of people don't be trying to, a lot of people trying to escape from the animal side of things. But if you want to speak, if you want to be a biblical person, if you want to be a biblical person, when we speak on animals, doesn't that mean all of us? Because the animals they breathe in the same air you breathe in, but the animals still understand how to make shit work. She ain't change up for the animals that's out here. She ain't change up for the animals out here. It's only us because we have people that try to say that we higher than them. If we higher than them, why y'all niggas scared of sharks?
Let me tell you something. Ain't no motherfucker. Ain't no motherfucker too high above me, and I ain't too high above anyone else. But at the same
Nigga,
time, you know,
Coffee, when you in that ocean, you scared of them sharks though. You ain't signing up for coming across those sharks.
that's right. Well, look, fellas, let me get down. I really enjoyed this, and conscious. I hope that we can have more of this type of thing going on.
Yeah, we definitely gonna do it, man. We gonna make this popular, man. We gonna make this
Conscious,
popular.
this is
Learning shit. We gonna
fire,
make that
fam.
popular.
This is fire. This is one of the most
Appreciate it, man.
fire streams I've ever been on. And I really don't
Oh
make no
man, thank you.
appearances like
That's
that. And I know for some reason I feel like I'm like a artist. I feel like I'm like I feel like I'm an artist because I don't really be jumping on a lot of people's shit like that. But a lot of people know me. A lot of people know me off the
I
strength of me
appreciate it.
being around these spaces. And I know a lot of people
Yeah,
might
I
act like,
see you
yo,
in
fuck
class.
who Kane is. Absolutely, I get it.
You
Hey,
know,
I don't know you either. It is what it is. But this is fire.
I learned three things from
appreciate that, man. We're gonna do it
But look,
again,
though,
man.
This is
learned,
fire.
I learned a few things from people in this space, and that would be Shannon Rawls. That would be the lead attorney. I got most of my subscribers through him. I learned a lot through DJ Kuda, and I learned
Cuda, that's
through
my nigga.
and motherfucking even or not as controversy as it, Angry Man. Reason why? Because these guys taught me to not be too accessible to regular folks. And you cannot do that because regular people are not going to appreciate who you are and what you do.
Yeah, but Kwafi, the crazy part about that, what you just said, this is what made stars back in the day. Is that everybody didn't have this accessibility to them back in the day. And because of what we got going on right now with social media and all that, everybody feel like they know motherfuckers. Like because you come over here and you fuck with me a little something and you mess with me, you feel like you know me. No. You know the person that I'm putting out there. Everybody's putting their best foot forward when it comes to the social media shit, for the
And guess
most
what?
part.
And another thing, you're going to shine regardless because trust me,
Mm.
I've been watching, but I've been quiet. But at the same time, I've been that dude that others been watching me too. And you know who I talk to a lot too? Baller X. And I ain't never been in one of his videos. But let me tell you,
Yeah, I
we,
ain't making Ball X joint yet. 'Cause I know Ball X is good with the editing.
no,
Ball X is good with the editing.
let me tell you something. If you good at what you do, you're gonna be noticed, and other motherfuckers going to shake your hand on it. And he's one of them. Trust me.
There you go. There you go. But on that, off that note, man, I appreciate you, Conscious. This was
Yes,
fire. I
sir.
like it. I like it. You will see me
Most
again. You
certainly.
definitely will see me again. I might fire one. Matter of fact, I am gonna fire one right behind you. You're gonna keep the
Uh,
conversation going. All you big head cats in the chat room, shout out my nigga Ism. You big head motherfuckers, pull up, ladies. Y'all know I be having the ladies over there on the God's corner. They
Yeah,
be pulling up.
drop your channel, Kane,
Nah,
and
I don't know. This shit
let
is
conscious.
fancy to me right now.
dropped it a little
I'm
bit
looking at
early.
my
Hold on.
screen trying to figure it out. I'm like, yo, Conscious got some fly shit going on. I don't even know how to drop my joint in this joint. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm
I uh
I'm fancy.
I dropped
Somebody
it real
drop it.
quick.
Somebody drop it. Please, somebody drop it.
I got you.
This is fancy to me. I know what Conscious going to. We in the galaxy right now. We on like
And you
Jupiter.
can do it, man.
We
Trust
on
me.
Jupiter
If
right
I'm
now.
doing
I don't know where we at right now.
if I'm hey Kane, if I'm doing it,
But
anybody
you
can
know,
do it.
that's why I
Trust
kind
me,
of fuck
man.
with Constance a little bit because when I met him over on the man's channel, I like what he spoke about. You know, somebody that I was a friend with, we all was on the panel at one point. You know, and I was neutral in the game. I was neutral in the game. You know, I wasn't a person that was taking man's side or his side. You know, but I like him. That's how I became cool with Conscious. So that's why I'm up here right now.
Yes, sir. I just dropped your channel in the chat, man. Everybody going on over there, man. We about to.
Appreciate you,
I should
fam.
be over there in like
Appreciate you,
20
fam.
minutes. Nah,
I'm
man.
gonna
It's
jump it
DMB,
off.
man. We
I'm gonna get it popping.
we all,
All right, peace out, fellas.
all right, man. Y'all have a good
All
night.
right,
But
fellas.
yo,
All right.
Conscious,
All right, man. Y'all be
Sheed,
safe. Yes, sir.
Coffee, fire. This was straight fire. I appreciate this type of conversation, man. Real talk, man. Real talk,
We
man.
about to have this on more than regular. We're gonna start making brothers think, man, and stop reacting so much. Just start thinking.
There
You
you
know what
go.
I'm saying? Stop reacting.
There you go. There you go. I like it.
Yes,
I
sir.
like it. I like it. I like it.
All
We
right.
here though, man. We on conscious more. We on conscious joint. Y'all already know what it is, man. It's the God, Caden the God. We got She. He's still up here. He lingering. We here. Y'all know when y'all
Right.
pull up on the God's corner, it's gonna be anything goes, man. Anything can happen over there in the God's corner, man. Y'all pull up on me, man. I'm Caden the God. I am the host of the God's corner. Y'all pull up. I'm about to go live in the high second. Give me like 2 seconds to make the live go live. I'm New York. You know we fancy talkers. It is what it is.
Right,
But we
right,
here,
right.
man. We in the building, man. Conscious, man. Salute to you. Appreciate you having me up, fam.
Appreciate you coming up, man. I talked to him for a couple minutes, give you a couple
Yeah,
seconds,
yeah.
and
All
you ready.
right, do your thing, man. And your show off. I'm fire up the other joint. I'm gonna get it popping right now.
All right,
Salute
man. Be
everybody.
safe.
Peace. We out here. It's Kane the God. Yeah.
Yeah. These shows they just keep man, y'all keep making these shows better and better. And it ain't even me, it's y'all, man. Y'all making these shows better. So thank you guys so much, man. And if you have a channel and you want to drop it in the chat, you are more than willing and welcome to do so. I hope everybody had a good time. If you had a good time, can you press 1 in the chat for me real quick? Anybody left in here? Can somebody press that 1 for me? Can I get 1? Just 1. Not even 1 from nobody? Damn, yeah, really? I just want a 1, man. New sub, appreciate the pull up. 1, appreciate the pull up, son. I appreciate that, man. We got 1 up in here, man. Thank Free the Green. Thank Sunclaw. Thank Came to God. Thank my man Nino. Thank Sheep. Really good build, man. Really good build. We got some good brothers on this space. And the stand-up dudes gonna start standing up. I think I'm starting to feel that, man. I'm starting to feel that we about to start standing up. So I just want to appreciate y'all for coming. And we might do more than like, well, no, I don't know, the purge is tomorrow, so I don't know if I'm gonna be doing something tomorrow, but definitely something this weekend for sure. For everybody come up with some good ideas. Free the Green, Sunclaw, appreciate the pull up. Once again, Miss Bomb, appreciate the pull up. We're gonna run through a couple more names. Who else we got up in here? Stingray, cool, appreciate it. GA girl, appreciate it. I said Free the Green already in SoundCloud. But yeah, man, we're going to get up out of here. And please, everybody, go to Kane the Guy's channel. It should be in the box, and go and support the brother, all right? Y'all have a safe day. Safe night. Safe night. I was about to say safe day. Safe night. Y'all be safe. Peace.